Hello, Blue Fleet. I have just realised something. VTube Studio has once again killed my camera for no good reason. Let me just fix this a second. Hold on, this is not a great start to things, is it? Hang on. I can kind of just leave it running though. Camera off, camera on. It's been doing this lately. I don't know if I need to update it or if there's like a problem with maybe my webcam. But VTube Studio has... It booted up, it was working, then it just kind of stopped. Not ideal. Anyway, enough about that. Hi, it's me. We're here with Dyson Sphere Program again. So, we have some goals for today's stream, chat. We have some goals. Lofty ones. And we're going to be here for a while. You can probably see in the title of the stream, this is supposed to be an endurance stream. Now, whether it remains that way will depend on a couple of things. Firstly, is the state of my throat. Because, oh god. There we go. Yeah, the first thing it will depend on is the state of my throat. I kind of feel like I'm just looking at like what's here, and I'm kind of thinking that it might be a good idea to get another. We need to fix a couple of things in the home system first, right? We need to fix a few things here. What's actually happened here is the refined oil has actually gummed up there. You know what? I think something else we should be doing is sourcing out some of these like problems with stuff like oil. So if we link this into like the main oil network, that feels like it'd be a good move. I mean, it's going to be just more spagoot at the end of the day, but I think that anyone who watches my channel is kind of used to that. But I noticed a few problems with the home world last time we were here, namely that. Collide with other objects, you say? Oh, that's right, okay. Yeah, pull that over there. And then this kind of comes like this. And we can stock up on some bits whilst we're here anyway, so it's all good. Right, there we go. And I mean, at least this way the oil will... Oh, hang on, yeah, let's sit by this guy for a minute. I think our power generation is actually... Oh, no, it's because these guys are all kind of just like pooping out stuff, generally. Right, let's get this network linked up. Right. And then at least, yeah, I mean, it's going to start refining again. Right, there we go. Have a bit of munch. So a few things we want to kind of consider. One, we don't have very much purple science right now. We will need more purple science. Two, yellow science, we have a bit of a stockpile of. Red science we're actually choked on at the moment. Alright, we shouldn't be choked on red science. That's never a good sign. Let's get a couple more. In fact, we're choked on blue as well. Let's get a few more of these made. So one of the reasons I came back to the home world was I need steel, and quite a lot of it. How am I doing for stone bricks? I could probably do some more. Let's just grab a bunch of these. Chuck them in there. Yeah, we can carry 1,000 stone brick at once, that's fine. Hey, Egnic, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Bit early in the day for a stream, I think, but I'm not working today, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna play my game, have a bit of a bez. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Hold on, take those back. Take those back as well. What happened there? Wait, what? Hold on. Did I press something wrong then? Well, it doesn't matter too much. However, what I do want is basically to pick up as much of this stuff as I can, throw it in there, throw those in there, probably like keep a couple on me, I guess. Yeah, my plan today is we're doing an endurance stream, so it's going to be a lengthy one, and the goal, ultimately, is for us to get to white science. So let me just put the tech tree a minute. So white science is here, universe matrices. Now, once you have 4,000 universe matrices, you can research mission complete, and that ends the game. To get there, we have to build the sphere. Yes, Egnic, we're going to be starting on the sphere today at last. I know you've been asking for a while about have you built the sphere yet, Shinsu, and it's like not yet. But today, everything changes. Alright, okay, so yeah, these will store up some more of these. Yellow science production is kind of not great right now. Finally, yeah, I know. It has been a while, hasn't it? What's the issue here? Is it... Oh, it's because I've only got 4 things producing those. Okay. I mean, these are... Right, plastic is a problem, and the plastic is a problem. What's happened to my plastic production? It's just not enough. We just need more of it. Okay. Well, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I mean, something we can do is we can set up some off-world factories to deal with bringing the various sciences in. I think we're going to want to get another couple of these. I think that's what I was looking to make. I want to make one of them. Oh, okay. And then I'm out of. I'm actually then out of the alloy. So I think my alloy should be like over here. Oh, I ain't got very much of that. That shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. I think more importantly than the homeworld, though, we want to go to the lava planet because my warper production was suffering. And if I don't have warper production, then everything's going to come crumbling down. And I mean, if lack of warpers will actually, like, kill progress stone dead. Where's the star? Oh, it's there. I'm on the nighttime side, that's why I couldn't see it. Right, let's go. It feels weird to be, like, 11 in the morning and I'm streaming. I mean, it's a week off work. I just booked a week off work, so I was starting to get completely burnt out. But then I kind of looked at my schedule and I was like, you know what? The only thing I have to do this week, really, is try and solve a bit of an issue with my car. And I think I can do that just with like a brief kind of check of the oil. You know, the oil, if I top it up with a bit more oil, should be alright. Should be alright. Okay. So yeah, my green science has stopped because my production of graviton lenses has stopped because my production of strange matter has stopped. I don't have any of these. Alright, so we need to actually kick these out. I think. So what's happened here? What's happened here? What is it we're missing? What is it that should be kicking out through there? We've got... Hold on. We've got graphene. We're lacking graphene. Alright. I think we probably want a remote demand on graphene. I don't think I have a spare input here, do I? No, I don't. That's not ideal. We can probably fix that, though. If we were to say... Get me 10 of those lads, right? We have to fix this problem before we go away, because if we don't, then we are in a spot of bother. We've got some strange matter on us, but I don't really want to be spending that. Yeah, I mean, this is supposed to be doing with graphene as well, right? What's happened here? Is it the hydrogen's gummed us up? That's the problem. The hydrogen is the problem. So what's going off here? This is not linked in. I think this should be linked in. In fact, here's what we'll do. Let's make a bunch of thermal plants. Right? Probably too many thermal plants. We can deal with hydrogen runoff this way. And then I think what we do is... Hey, welcome. Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. Should we... You know, let's just link it in, because this is all hydrogen, right? This is all hydrogen. What we should be able to do is just, like, put a couple of thermal plants to deal with the runoff. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. How about you? Beyond being a bit desperate for coffee, everything's pretty decent for me. So let's link this in. Oh, hang on. Can I not just, like... No, it's actually not allowing me. For some reason you can't... Hold on. For some reason, you can't link that like directly underneath something where it's already ramped, which is really weird. Well, no, that should be working now. All right. So we should. I'm actually using the wrong keybinds today. I'm using keybinds which were in play for. I was playing Tectonica the other night, and I'm using keybinds that are relevant for that. They're not the right keybinds for Dyson Sphere. No. Okay. Oh, hang on. No, that's not well placed. That can go there though. And that should deal with the runoff from these, and that should kick these. This should mean that these graphene plants start to actually like work. Let's see where else can we squidge one in. It's going to be like real tight here. But the other thing we could do is this. So yeah, so there's some empty space over there. So I think what we actually should do here, right, is if we ship some of this. Oh, it's happened again, hasn't it? Heck. So this is kind of something that I think the devs might want to kind of do something about, because you're a bit limited in terms of exactly where you can put things when there's already something kind of crossing its path, which is not ideal. It is not ideal at all. Right, so if we do this... and then this will feed into there. And then what we should be able to do is we pull a couple of thermies, right? We'll daisy chain these two, and we'll stick that one there. We're also going to need to, I think, automate production of the big sorters as well. There we go. Right, okay, there we go. So these are now fueled, right? And they should, in fact, the other thing we could do. Am I looking forward to the combat system? Honestly, no. And I'll tell you why. I will probably at some point do... I'll probably at some point do a stream run with combat active. You know, it is something that I wouldn't, like, object to doing. But at the same time, combat is not the reason I play this game, right? So Dyson Sphere, I basically play this game... almost entirely for the fact that it is a chill comfort game, right? So when I'm playing Dyson Sphere, the last thing I'm kind of wanting is to be worrying about, like, you know, something's about to come and fight me. That's kind of antithetical to what this game is for me. Yeah, I mean, it's... I may do a run with it active, I may stream a run with it active, but at the same time, it's like, it's one of those things where, hey, yeah, I know it's a daytime stream, what the heck, right? Absolute scenes. Absolute scenes. Is there a gum up over here with... I mean, really, I just need more graphene to be kicked out at this point. Is this actually... No, this is flowing alright. Right, tell you what, let's... Can't watch anyway, because you'll be working, won't you? You know what, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you know, I'm grateful that you swung by and said hi. Yeah, I thought you might be. That's all good. I mean, like I said, I'm just grateful that people swing by. It's all, you know. I am a grateful Glaucus. Right, there we go. So we daisy chain these up. That means that these tanks are not going to get too full, all being well. Also means, I mean, really, we need... I'll do my best, thank you. I'll do my best. How's my Doot Rod production looking? We are currently maxed out on Doot Rods. I mean, I guess the thing is, this set of Doot Rods was designed purely to just kind of be there as a spare fuel source. Just like if I need to come home and like get petrol, I can just nip onto this planet, stuff these duty boys up my butt. Everyone's happy. Right, there we go. We can carry 300 of those. What else have we got? We probably want to get some stuff together to make... we need to make a couple more... we need to make a couple more of the ILS. And also, I think it would be a real good move for us to... Oh, things have... Oh, wait, no, this is just... Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of producing these for us. And we've got quite a few of these, actually. Look at all of them. We've got 100 in our butt. We've got quite a lot of steel. We need to get some... we need to get some titanium alloy. Having those there actually is a smart move, because being able to have Mark III assemblers just sat there, just doing whatever. We really do need to amp up graphene, though, because at the minute our graphene production is like shockingly low. Really, really bad. I mean, at least, I suppose, at least, we are now making strange matter again, so we've solved the problem. The gum up was a huge issue. But whilst this is kind of all looping around, we've got these dealing with a bit of the runoff. It should work all right. These are desperate. I mean, we're desperate for graphene right now. We are desperate for that stuff. So on that ground, I think actually something we need to do is go back and we need to find a planet which has firstly it needs to be relatively close by. I'm getting myself confused with my keybinds again, actually. So because I played Tectonica the other day, I'm getting kind of debated by the keybinds from that. So what do we got? Fire Ice 14k. Have I actually like colonized the ice planet there? I don't think I have. No. Okay, so right, a few things we need to do then. Yes, there's lots of fires. There's kimberlite ore as well there. Pretty nice. Optical grating crystals as well. I mean, mostly... Actually, there's not as much fire ice as I was thinking there was in this system. Let's see if we can find a better one for it. I want to find a system which has a lot of fire ice. It needs to be reasonably close by to us. This one has fire ice in an ice giant. What we got here? Sulfuric acid there. 15 million? Could be a goer. Right, okay. So what do we got? 2 million fire ice there. 12 million fire ice there. That's where we're going. Alright. So, let's get a few things ready first. So first off, I need to make some more ILS. But I'd probably want to carry a few... I've got fire ice in this system, actually. I could just do it here, but the problem is the hydrogen. The problem is the hydrogen. I mean, I guess the other thing we could do... actually... what's the recipe for that? So, I mean, that needs graphene and hydrogen. So, I mean, actually, if we could sort out titanium crystals a bit more easily, it wouldn't be... I mean, that's the problem, is this system will not cope with titanium crystals, which is not ideal. Okay. I mean, at the minute, things are kind of going. I suppose that the other thing I should probably try and do... I mean, we've got lots of fire ice there. So actually maybe having a few more of these set up. No, let's do that, actually. Let's do that. So what do we got? What do we got? We've got one Mark II doofer here. We can make 8 of them in total. So we can have 8 in total, so let's do that. Oh, okay, that's actually just... Right. I tell you what. Stick them there. Delete graphene. Pull those... Cannot duplicate? Okay. Okay, can't put that... Oh, we got frame material. There we go. Okay, nice. Right, so we got, what, 3 of them now? Let's make another thing here. And we'll have to have this kind of link in over here. But what we should be able to do is, again, we're going to use... Actually, I shouldn't have put these down just yet. We're going to use a series of tanks and thermal stations to deal with the hydrogen runoff. The hydrogen runoff is actually going to be kind of a problem, but we should be able to deal with that somewhat. We still haven't picked up the titanium alloy, which is like the whole reason I came to this planet. So while those are making, let's just try and remind myself where I left that stuff. I think it might be over this way somewhere. I should probably actually start marking out my ILSs like, hey, this is what's here. Hey, you've got this here and that here and whatnot here. Ah, there we go. So let's take as much of that as we can stuff up the butt. Again. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, that'll do, actually. That'll do. Alright. Over this way again. And then what we'll do is if we get those extra... if we get the extra production on our fire ice going, let's make a bunch of these as well. While things are pushing through. We need a couple of splitters. Then... I think what we do is we get these here. Right. We're going to have to be a bit mindful of the fact that there is a tropic line coming up, which is probably going to throw us for a loop. They always do. A buggering things they are. Alright, there we go. That looks alright. Yes. Okay. There we go. Right, okay. So I think then the other thing we need to do is, I think if we put the fire ice just on a straight exit here, just like, yeah, straight on, straight down there, then over here. Yeah, here we go. I probably am going to want some more conveyors as well, reasonably soonish. But that's alright. I mean, that's again, the problem with that is that you need graphene for those, which is, for obvious reasons, not ideal. Right. Alright. So we connect these up. Now, I've actually left this kind of funky, but what I can do is I can run, like, one set of outputs from the inside. I can set one set of outputs from the inside, and I can have the other, like maybe if we have the graphene on this side. Where was the graphene feeding to? Was it that one? It's that one. Okay. Let's feed the graphene back into there, I think. Yeah, I mean, this is going to look a bit spagoot, but it will work, I promise. Oh, I should also say, I thought my PC was dying. I'm still in the process of figuring out like what I want to do in terms of building a PC. So that's a whip. We'll get some answers to that, I think, probably in the near future. Not just yet, but at some point. At some point, I should have a bit more of an idea as to exactly what I'm going to do there. Right. So this needs then to come up. Over to there, and then it slips down into there. Right, okay. So fire ice is going to be on the fire ice is on the outside track. Fire ice is on the outside track. Okay. We don't need a particular. Oh, actually, electric motors. Do we not have those? I thought we had a bunch of them. We got a couple. We've actually got the other types of motors, but let's get a couple of these made up. And it's going to take us just a little bit to settle these anyway, right? Right, okay, so this needs to be graphene, right? Okay, over here, Christian. There you go. And the same on this side. Okay, he's not very responsive today. I think my laptop is beginning to strain a little bit, shall we say? I have done an endurance stream for this game before, but whether or not it survives, like, we will just have to kind of see at this point, I think. Okay, do I also have enough resources? I do have enough resources to make one of those. Hang on. Oh, okay, so we need to get some... No, you know what, that's fine. We can just, like, manually make that. That's okay. We can get some Super Maggies while we're here as well. Okay. And these are gonna these inside tracks are just going to spit out the hydrogen, right? Okay. So we say hydrogen there. Yeah, mate, we're gonna absolutely do. We're just gonna like speed towards the sphere. Say also, mate. Actually, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's busted in the home system. So let's sort that first. I mean, it needs to be done. Otherwise, we're gonna suffer later. So you know, it will be okay. Right. Advanced graphene. Yes. These are quite power hungry as well. So. We will just need to take that into account, I think. Where am I? There. So if we stick all of those there, just stick an absolute tower down. Right. Yes, like so. Then this can come out over here. And then I think what we should be able to do is if we were to bring these over here, and then we should just be able to kind of link that in there. And it does mean we will have to kind of daisy chain a few thermals, I think, to cope with the output, but that's fine. I mean, we're just dealing with runoff here at this point, so, you know, I'm not really too fussed about that. Right, Mark III sorters. There we go. Daisy chain power plants was like one of the best things I discovered in this game. Honestly. Okay. You guys are going to power up. Should probably carry some coils in my pocket at some point soon as well. Right, let's get this fire ice going. So fire ice, come forth. Yeah, see, we're out of the stuff we need for that, which is real bad. Is graphene supposed to be in there as well? Yeah, it is. Okay. I mean, we do have enough output to kind of cope at the moment. But yeah, these are going to start kicking out hydrogen now, quite a lot of it. Let's stick one of these here. There you go. So these guys are now fueled. And actually, I mean, our power satisfaction is still suffering quite heavily at the moment. Which we don't really want to be seeing. Do I have enough stuff to make a couple of mini fusions? I've got, like, enough to make one at the moment. I mean, we need to make a bunch of these anyway. Right, super mags. Alright, let's go grab some rings then. Oh, in fact, there's a bunch of them here. There you go. There's no graphene there either. Yeah, I mean, our graphene is where we're choked at the minute, so let's take, like, I don't know, a couple of hundred of these. Just stuff them in my pocket. Okay, now we're choking still, but we're not choking on the same stuff. We've got some of those though. We then need, right, optical gracing crystal is the next thing we need. That's fine, optical gracing crystal. We should have, yeah, we got some there. Oh, we got some in our pockets anyway. Right, there we go. So let us make some of these. Where are they? Right, okay. Okay. Ah. I don't know what's happening there, actually. Oh my god. Things have all gone haywire. Oh god. Hang on, hang on. What can I put in my pocket? That stuff? Yeah. Okay. Right, what's dropped? There we go. Okay. Oh, I see. It's because I've got... Yeah. We've only got one warper in our pocket. That's not great. Alright, that's a bit better. Yeah. Okay. So we've got some advanced miners. We've got... we should have enough stuff to make... Right, okay, yes. We need to pull some processors out. One more of them. And it's... I mean, if we just, like, put some strange matter in the pocket... And then it's titanium. But if we've already got one ILS in our pocket, that should be alright, I think. There is a lot of titanium here as well. Right, so this is looking healthier now. This is looking a lot healthier. Yeah, I mean, this is really starting to kick out graphene now. Look at that. Look how much graphene is coming out there. There's so much. Whew. Love to see that. Love to see that. I just realised I made a coffee earlier and I've kind of let it go cold. Just give me a sec, chat. I'm just going to save this. Now, something I think would be a smart move. I know that we've said we're going to go to this planet here, and we will. And we will. In fact, no, we were going to go there because it had fire ice, and we've kind of resolved that problem to a reasonable degree. So where were we before? We're at Kuma. Right, that's where we're gonna put the sphere. We're gonna put it in Kappa Capricorni. So let's head to Kuma. I'm pretty sure that's where we started by distance. Yes, it is. Okay. So something I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna start making some small carrier rockets now. I'm going to start making some small carrier rockets now. And then, I think what we want to do is we want to go to that system. And we want to start setting up infrastructure to bring things into the Dyson Sphere system. And when things start coming into the Dyson Sphere system, hopefully... Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Once things start coming into the Dyson Sphere system, what I hope to see is we can start manufacturing some stuff on site. If we get some small carrier rockets set up so that we can at least start making some frames, what we can then do is we can go to the Sphere system, start making solar cells, start EM railgunning them towards what's going to be the Sphere. And then at that point... we've already got a planet that's designated for the Dyson Sphere, right? So when I say that, I mean designated as the ray receiver planet. We probably will want to harvest it for minerals and stuff. But that's going to be where, like, oh, we're running out of petrol. Probably because we're manufacturing. We're running out. Nope. Too bad. Alright, well, it's the Hurricane Stone Forest that we were at before, so let's head there. I wouldn't mind, actually. I mean, let's have a look at the Dyson Sphere system again. So I'm just going to have a quick look at this, just while we're floating in space and waiting. So it's got this frozen tundra planet way, way, way out the way. Right. And actually, that does have... That has a lot of stuff that we want. Like, we could probably... we could actually set up an entire fire ice operation there. The Rocky Salt Lake is tidal locked. Now that works really nicely because we've already designated the volcanic ash planet to be inside the sphere. A lava planet will deal with most of our manufacturing because it's got so many resources. This we can put our rail ejectors on, right? That we can put our rail ejectors onto the Rocky Salt Lake planet. So we wanted to go to Kuma 1, didn't we? Yeah, let's go. Right, speeding on up. So the reason I want to put the EM rail ejectors onto the tidally locked planet, in case anyone doesn't know the game, If a planet is tidally locked, it's constantly facing towards that star, and EM rail ejectors will only fire when they have line of sight of the Dyson Sphere, which of course is around the star. So they need line of sight of the star. So if you have enough solar sails, in theory, then you have perfect uptime. As long as you have sails and they are being loaded into the ejectors, you could have a squad of them constantly launching towards that star, right? Now, something else we will need to do is we will have to make sure that we set up a big hydrogen operation. But if we're needing graphene for solar sails and we're also needing hydrogen for other stuff such as fuel rods, then actually that system, we could probably become kind of self-sufficient with it. We can get like the baseline stuff made and sent out this way, but actually getting it self-sufficient would be, at least to some degree, like it doesn't need to be fully self-sufficient. Like probably like if we get like 50% self-sufficient, that would probably do it. But I think if we can do that, oh okay, I think we're, you know what? Let's just Tasty on over at heckin' high speed. All right, there we go. Oh, I almost missed it. Oh, God. No, stop. Icarus, stop. Icarus. Oh, God. Ugh. Good grief. He's a very silly boy, this robot, sometimes. Right, we have got Kimberlite. Where's my stuff in this planet? I thought I'd built on... Have I... Hang on. Have I not built on this planet? I'm on the wrong planet. I'm on the wrong planet. Shit. Alright, which planet did I build on? I was sure I built on this one. No, it's the Crystal Desert. Of course, it's the Crystal Desert. Oh my god. So, tonight on Shinsu is an Idiot. Shinsu does stupid things. Again. We've got the old Jeremy Clarkson impression coming out now. Right, so it's... right, which one was it? It's Kuma 2. Alright, let's head on over. I mean, it's only like a couple of AU away. That should be fine. It's just annoying because we're almost out of... Well, I mean, we are out of petrol. We need to charge up the engine. So it's going to just take a moment to actually get us there. Right, no, I mean, that's going alright. I mean, I tell you, chat, give me a second. I'm just going to pop away and then I'll be right back. Just give me a second. Alright, chat, I'm back. Oh. Yeah, I went off for a quick toilet break and I'm still not at the planet. Amazing. Right, okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, we land. Right, first things first then. Let's find a food tower because I need to charge up. There's more obstacle gracing veins that we haven't exploited just yet. I'm really desperate for... Ah, there's one. Head to that, Icarus. He just casually waltzes through the factories. Alright, there we go. Nice. How's power looking? Oh, pretty good, actually. Pretty good. Alright, that's completely chocker. What's going on there? They're completely chocker as well. So all outputs actually are pretty beef right now, which is nice. Okay, we've got 9 of those. We've got a whole bunch of those. I think the only other thing we can think of we probably want to make is a bunch of these. However, the first... I mean, let's just take stock of exactly what it is I need for this. So I know that we had like these over here, right? We're going to keep this as is, right? I think that's fine as is. We need to use another of our ILS to bring in the actual components, I think. Now, let's just remind myself what it was that we need for this. So, small carrier rocket needs quantum chips. Ah, no, that could be a problem. That could be a big problem, because our quantum chip production is also being used for our green science at the minute. And quantum chips are very, very finicky. Wait, what am I pointing towards? I don't know what... Where am I pointing towards right now? I can't see what planet I'm actually... What system I'm pointing at. Oh, I'm pointing at Minalava. Get rid of that, please. Why am I pointing there? I don't understand why I'm pointing at Minalava. Indicator off. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. Okay. So just to refresh. Nope. Brought that menu again. I keep on pressing the wrong buttons again. I'm getting debated by the difference and stuff. We need plane filters, which are Kazis and titanium glass. And then we also, yeah, I mean, we need like the. I actually think now I'm thinking on it a bit more. I'm kind of starting to think that it might be a better idea for us to head out to the Dyson Sphere system. Leave everything running here, right? I mean, how's the actual production on the components going? I guess the other option would be... Now, let's see. Let's see, actually. So we need those. We need those. I mean, we've got lots of these right now. So that's kind of good. So actually, if we were to... we need a 3-item factory, don't we? So, like, 3-item factory. And we'll stick that, I guess, there. Okay, do I have the stuff to actually make any of this? Graphene is something I'm lacking a bit. You know, if we do that, that should work. Okay. And this should hopefully be enough to actually kind of satisfy all of this. But yeah, I mean, we want to put like another of these down. Like, I guess there. Yes, that works. And we will want to have... we want some warpers, but not many. We only want like a couple of hundred, right? Remote demand on those. We should get a delivery of 1,000. Yes, excellent. We'd love to see that. Where are my vessels? There they are. And you guys, I want dupe rods. And I probably want to have like about 1,200 at a time. Remote demand on those. And then also, what was the other thing we wanted? Quantum chips as well. We'll say like 1,200 of those as well. Okay. Now, once the warpers actually get here, in fact, let's put like a couple in to start us off with. Right, there we go. Yeah, quantum chips are going to be the problem, I think. So we need to sort out Casimir crystal production, and we need to get it sorted out like pretty big style. Wait, what are these meant to be? Hold on. Right, you are going to then make for us small carriers. We're also choking on processors as well, which is not good. So we're gonna have to amp up a bunch of stuff actually on this stream. I mean, this is the thing. You get to the later game. I don't know if this is considered fully late game, but you get to the later game on DSP, and it does get to a point where it just becomes I need to stuff the game. I think it's kind of like an inevitability with a game like this. To be fair, you know, I'm not objecting to it as such because it's the nature of the game, right? You know, it just is how Dyson Sphere Program is. Okay. So if we do that and then... and that goes there. So that covers all of that, right? And that's going to do those, and that's going to do those, right? And then this is also going to accept small carrier rockets. Ah, so, right, we have got quantum chips coming. It's a charge issue. It's a charge issue. That's fine. I'm not too... If we've got all the stuff, and we can actually we can get like a base level supply going, then that's fine. So in that case, the other things we need are a few of these, and like, I guess like 3 of those would probably work for now. If we just get like three of these going, that at least satisfies us for, you know, a base level of Dyson Sphere coming out right. We also are going to need to make some ray receivers. So what do I need for those again? I can make 4 of these right now. Oh, actually, no, we could probably make a bunch of these. Hang on. Where's my photon combiners at? Over here, I believe. Yeah. There we go. Give me, like, a bunch of them. And then we'll get some more ray receivers produced. I mean, this is not how you should be doing this, by the way, chat. You know, you don't want to be making these things manually like this. It's just a really stupid idea. But once these small carrier rockets are made, what we will then do is we'll take on over to the Dyson Sphere system, and we will start to set up some stuff there as well. So, like I said, we need to set up a few things. I don't think... Was there any water out there? Hold on. Let's have a look at the Dyson Sphere system. And we're just going to see if there's any water. There's no water. So we will need to start. We'll need to ship water in, which is, again, not exactly ideal. But there's enough hydrogen to kind of attenuate with that a little bit. I think also let's just get us not plain filters. I don't want plain filters. So some titanium glass. Just bring me like, I don't know. Just bring me like just over. Yeah, just bring me 2,000 of that for now. Right, just bring me 2,000 of that. Okay. So something. I mean, one thing we will need to start getting more deuterium production on. I mean, that's going to be pretty important, I think. You know, if we're lacking for deuterium, then oh, what's happened there? Very odd. Hold on. Something went a bit funky then with my connection. I don't know what happened then. Well, whatever. It's fine. Shinsu buffering? Shinsu's buffering? Oh no. We can't be buffering. Not today. Not on the Dyson Sphere stream. Anything but that. Anything but that. These guys are going to take a little bit of time to get back, and the problem we've got is that in terms of our upgrades, we can't upgrade the logistics carrier engine without any white science. I mean, after that, we can start... Once we have some white science, we can start to kick into high gear, really, with that. You know, we can get our vessels moving very, very fast indeed. But until then, we're going to kind of suffer a little bit. Alright. So hopefully these... I want to make sure that these actually start producing before we Actually, I'll tell you what we will do is let's upgrade all of those for now. Right, and the other thing was this needs to kick out the components. There you go. So components go through. Right. Okay. Now we're just waiting for... Right, there's a bunch of these on their way. Ah, here we go. I think these are going to start bringing in the remaining components here, right? 1528, that's not great. We definitely have to upgrade our quantum chip production. So just remind myself, what is it we need for quantum chips again? We need to kind of just have a quick bez at that. So quantum chip is 2 plane filters and 2 processors, and that is a Casimir crystal. Sorry, no, a quantum chip. Yeah, that's a quantum chip. And then a plane filter is 2 Casis and 2 titanium glass. So once we upgrade all of that stuff, right, then actually we will be in a much stronger position. Oh, we've got a lot of those actually on us right now. Let's just send those out. Right, let's just send those through. And at the very least, we've got some small carrier rockets coming through. Okay. And every small carrier rocket, I think, gives us 1 frame point on the Dyson Sphere, so we have enough now to actually start going out there and constructing it. We're an hour into our endurance stream, and we've already pretty much hit the main goal of the stream, which is to start construction of the sphere. I'm not going to consider us actually done until... like today, we're not going to be done until we've got at least 1 white science, and then, you know, I mean, depending on how I feel, we might go on for longer. We might kind of call it so I can have an even more life. I don't know yet, you know. But we will, I think, get to the white science today. We're going to go to Kappa Capricorni balls now. We're going to go to the balls. And you guys will love to see it. I just know you will. I know you will love to see those balls, chat. Delicious. Okay. Yeah, we're not too far away now. It's quite warm today in the UK. I mean, the weather is kind of changed again. It's kind of mostly sunny at the minute, which is nice. I got really fed up of the weather being just like ass garbage. Really fed up of it. Alright. So yeah, I mean, there's a few things we're going to need to do. I think we probably want to get some titanium glass actually out this way. Alright, let's stop there. Okay, so, first things first. This is going to be where the actual Dyson Sphere itself goes, right? The Dyson Sphere will be, like, around here. So I think that having... The lava planet is there. The rocky salt lake planet is there. We've got the frozen tundra there. I think the lava planet is where we should go to begin with. Oh, wow, that is extremely bright. Good God. Do I have enough stuff to make any of these? I can make 1. Alright. We'll go to the lava planet to begin with. Just because we can get like free power out of it, and you know we can set some base infrastructure up. We can start launching towards this sphere from that planet, and then the ray receivers will go onto planet number 1 in the system. Can I make any more? Yeah, let's just make like a little network of that, and eventually the deuterium rods will kind of supersede it a bit, but. Something else we're going to want to start doing soon is making antimatter, because antimatter fuel is bay. Just absolutely incredibly based. Much, much more powerful than what we are currently running. I mean, deuterium fuel rods are very powerful in their own right, but the antimatter fuel is so much beefier. Oop, okay. Right, here we are. So first things first, let's find us a... Well, let's make one of these, actually, just so that way we can charge up. Right. Lava River, I guess would probably do it. It's a good start. It's a good start. So where were those thermies? There they are. Okay. Yeah, some people say that they don't like geothermal plants because they're not efficient compared to other power methods. You know what? I kind of get that. I kind of get that, but at the same time it's like, well, they might not be quite as efficient, but they still give you extra power without much effort. You know, you don't have to... you don't really have to put very much effort in beyond the placement, right? And it allows you to come to a new lava world, and you can just kind of set a basic power network up. And like you see here, I mean, yeah, we've got enough power that we're just like free charging. You know, we don't have to worry. And you can just kind of tack them into the system any chance you get. They're also pretty good for doing closed networks, so, you know, stuff like charging accumulators, for example. All right, so what we want here is we want to put down. Where's my ILS's gone? We got what? Right, so we've only got 3 of these at the minute. So we're probably going to need to start getting the components pulled through for them, right? You bring me some warpers, Onegaishimasu. Stick that there. Power that up. Okay. And I think we're also going to ask it for like a small tickler juicer on fuel rods as well, please. So, do I have enough stuff to get me some more vessels? Ooh, I don't think I do immediately. I will do. Yeah, there we go. Get 5, I think. 5 vessels is a good starting point. And then we're also going to say, bring me small carrier rockets. In fact, just bring me as many small carrier rockets as you can. So let's try and find some more power, I guess. There should be some, like, over this way. Yeah, 129, 114. Yeah, it's a bit finicky trying to actually work out where you're going to get the best amount of power from the geoplants, but they do honestly provide enough of a boost that I think they're worth it, personally. I've always used them. I've never had reason to not use them. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we are. Okay. Yes, I mean, the satisfaction rate, still not great exactly, but once these warpers come in, actually, I'll tell you what we will do, is this. Where do them vessels go? I'm trying to find them. Hold on. There. Okay, and let's put, like, a very small amount of warpers in there. Okay. Now, I've got a couple of these at the moment. So I guess what we do is we just stick these mini fusion plants like that. And that's going to export dude rods. And I guess we'll chuck like those ones in there now, just to get this base kind of set up and started. Okay, yeah. That's looking much healthier. That's looking much healthier. So hopefully the next thing that starts coming through is the small carrier rockets. We just need this thing to actually charge up enough to for them to go out and get us some. But let's have a look at the Dyson Sphere. Right, that's the first frame. Right, that's the first frame around planet number 1. Okay, so we can get a couple of these. We can get some silos set up. I think the best way for us to do this is to set these silos up like, because I don't think the silos have any particular requirements.
You have built a vertical launching silo.
I have.
Now you can use it to construct the main structure of the Dyson Sphere.
Yay!
But before that, you need to enter the Dyson Sphere panel to finish planning the Dyson Sphere nodes and frames. After the plan is completed, The vertical launching silo will automatically launch small carrier rockets loaded with Dyson Sphere components to build the nodes and frames.
Ooh,
Each
goody.
rocket provides one structure point, and you can use the vertical launching silo panel to master the required structure points.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to master them points, me. Yeah, absolutely master them points. Right, we're out of iron, which is a bad position to be in, to be fair. But we can make do. We can make do. I mean, the thing is, if we're needing iron, then iron is extremely easy for us to get hold of. We're on a lava planet. Wait, what? Hang on, how was that? That was inside the power grid, though. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this will now kick out rockets. So it's still not bringing us those for some reason. Now, I don't know if it's because we just don't have enough of them or what. Or if it's because... is there a reason for that? We hang on, minimum load of vessels, 10%. Set it to 50. There we go. We've got 1,000 of those coming through. So the Dyson Sphere itself is actually going to start construction quite soon. So we've got some big areas there, which maybe not exactly the best things for us to have. Like maybe we should deployment conflict. Right, remove just that one, please. Right, okay, that's not a problem. So this world is kind of set. This world is kind of set. Let's make another couple of fusion plants because we will need them. Do we have enough stuff to make? We do. Okay. We've got that for actually harvesting fire ice. I don't think we've got quite enough stuff to be making these right now. We can quite easily make some of these. Let's make 16 of those, because we need a big fire ice harvesting operation for this system. But the Dyson Sphere itself, very shortly, will start to actually construct. So it's only going to go kind of slowly to begin with, right? I don't want to actually harvest too much in this system. There's also some stuff in this system that we... this here, a volcanic ash planet, it's got sulfuric acid ocean, right? So we will want to harvest some of that sulfuric acid so that we can make... yeah, like I said, the more stuff we can make in system here, the better a position that we're overall in, right? We actually need to go to that planet next anyway so that we can set up the ray receivers, though. Or do we? No. No, actually, we want to go to the tidal lock planet, which was where that one, Rocky Salt Lake. Okay, here we go. Let's go, Icarus. All right, up this way. Yes, that's quite a schlep. Almost 5 AU across the system. Bit mad, but all right. We'll make do. It'll be fine. We haven't been to a Rocky Salt Lake system planet in this playthrough yet. It's actually a planet type that brings back bad memories, because when I first rolled this seed, it was the first planet I came to out of system, and things had not gone so great for me. Lots of silicon. Interesting. Okay, let's find the night zone. Let's find where the planet turns to night. This is perpetual day. Right, here we are. So we're in the frigid zone. Only reason I'm doing it like this. There we go. There we go. The Dyson Sphere is building. Yes, chat. Achievement unlocked. Fantastic. Right, okay, this also needs warpers. Not too many of them. Remote demand some. Thank you. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff here that I'm still kind of scuffed on, but something else I'm going to want to do is find some... I need to find some iron. I should have actually set that up on the other planet, really. This planet doesn't have very much of it. It looks like the main vein is... There's only one iron vein on this planet. It's kind of like along the tropic line, so... I mean, it's a big iron vein, which is nice. I don't think we've even got enough... No, we haven't even got enough to make those, so we're going to have to harvest some of this by hand, I think. Do these have iron in them? No, they don't. That's unfortunate. Loads of silicon, though. So much silicon on this planet. Alright. Let's harvest some iron by hand, just while some stuff flies in. Alright. Yeah, we should be well on for making some white science today, right? We should be well on for that. I've got a message on Discord. Hold on, just give me a sec, chat. Oh, no. One of my boys from the Dyson Sphere Discord messaged me, says, why are you streaming at this ungodly hour? And it's just like, you know what, I'm on annual leave, so it's just that. It's just that, pal. Right, I think it might be a smart move to actually try and harvest some of this iron. So if I was to say... I don't have a normal miner, do I? No. I can get a couple. Uh-oh. Well, we should be able to get, like, enough iron. Yeah, there we go. Get a couple more windmills made. Alright. There we go. Just to make sure we've got, like, enough iron to kind of get us through if we need it, right? Yeah, this is not an ideal way for us to be doing things at all here, chat, just to make sure it's clear. This is kind of a needs must because I've not planned ahead properly for this. Right, we've got a couple of wind turbines. Okay. I've an arc smelter. Again, not ideal. Alright, let's make, I guess, 6 of them. Okay, this is just like the first planet, isn't it? The very first planet we ever landed on. Oh, memories. The memories, chat. Alright, there we go. I guess what we'll then do is just like feed these down over here. We'll stick like one of these, I think. Then that can go there. Yeah, that should work. I mean, that at least gives us basic iron production. Oh, hang on. Didn't want to use them. Wanted to use these. Oh, what's happened there? For some reason, one of my stream monitors are really playing up today again. My tech just doesn't like to work sometimes. It just doesn't like to work, which we hate to see. Okay. Do that there. I don't know what the heck's going on with them today. Well, whatever. Right, get some of these made. These are going to make iron. Please. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's really unsatisfied, but... Okay, we can make, like, 10 of these at least, though. Hang on, why are we doing that? Why don't we just not, like, make them one at a time? It'll be easier by a long shot. Yeah, like this. We can then, like, satisfy this little power network down here. And we do need this, because if we don't have a stable iron supply, then we are in a bit of trouble. However, let's just have a quick look at the Dyson Sphere itself. So, as you can see, the frame, we have Dyson Sphere frame now, right? We have Dyson Sphere frame. So we do actually now have the foundation for white science. Which, I'll be honest, I'm pretty happy about. Okay, how's that looking? That's almost completely satisfied. Yeah, I mean, that's looking much healthier now. And we can stick around here until these windmills are done. Make sure that... I mean, how many more are there coming out? Is it just the... No, we need like one more, I think, and that'll do down here. Oh, we got 2. Alright, fine. If you give me 2, then I'll take it, but, you know, begrudgingly. There you go. So we're over-satisfied on power now. Yeah, that's where we want to be, really. So we can leave that to kind of turn on and, you know, just like build us a little stockpile of iron up. So, the next thing we do is we pop over to here. Now, we bought some EM rail ejectors, didn't we? I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did. Oh, that's not powered. Okay. Not exactly ideal. Alright, some of those, please. Remote demand. Where were my other... Just stick, like, one vessel in. Where were my other fuel rods? Oh, just stick them in there, I guess. Okay. That kind of works. Oh, that's right. I'm going to have to manually put them in. Manually stick them in. That's it. That's it. I mean, at least it is charging now, right? Maybe some more wind turbines would actually not be a bad idea. So what we can do is we can put the wind turbines over here. Now, EM rail ejectors. EM rail ejectors. These boys. What we do?
An EM rail ejector. You have taken the first step to build the Dyson Sphere. Now you can use it to send solar sails into space for forming the Dyson Swarm. Each EM rail ejector requires to set up orbit and supply with solar sails.
Yes.
Also, you can use copy and paste to set orbits. If you want a Dyson Swarm orbit to become more diversified, you can click the Dyson Sphere button in the lower left corner of the screen to open the Dyson Sphere panel. Make your customization however you want.
Okay, nice. So like Advisor Chan has said, we're now on the way to building the Dyson Sphere. Yes. There we go. That's too close. Pull that there. Alright, there we go. So, the other thing we can do is we can actually get some solar cells pulled over this way. And again, like, this can be just, like, for the moment. Okay, now the other thing we do is we have to make sure that these guys have power covering them. We probably actually want to build like one of these. Yeah, let's build one of them. Oh, we can't do that just yet. Alright. Yeah, I mean, three carrier rocket silos is not realistically going to be enough. Solar sails, let's just get, I guess, I don't know, like 1,000. We don't want to over supply on those. Right. Where are my other ships? There. Alright, yeah, just go and bring me those, lads. Go and bring me those. Okay? Okay, now you see how they've now angled, so they are now pointing at, for some reason, oh, I see, that was not close enough. Can I get that, like there? Just about. Right, so they're now all angled up towards number 2. So what these will do is these will yeet solar sails towards the actual sphere. Right. So solar sails will come out there. And then, the other thing we're going to want to do... how many ray receivers have we? Right, so we've got 720. So what we'll do is we'll dedicate 7 of these to power generation. Let's go back and get more iron. Let's go back and get some more iron, shall we? I feel like I should just be following the night line. It was like down here, wasn't it? Yeah, here we are. What's going on with my iron? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll just take all of that. Yeah, look at that. Now we actually have enough iron to basically do whatever we want for a bit, which is nice. Okay, so if we go to the Ash planet and we start looking to set up everything else now. Okay, what's he just dropped off? He's dropped off solar sails. Watch this. Watch this. This will now start to put these into the actual Dyson Sphere itself. He's a charge in his laser. Oh, that's not satisfied at all. Hold up, we need to try and build a couple more of these, I think. So now these are actually firing off the solar cells into the Dyson swarm. I tell you what, let's use this bit here. Because the night zone is not going to be useful on this planet, right? I mean, we might exploit this planet for silicon, I guess. But we're not likely to actually do too much with it. Especially not in the tropical zone, because we need that for... yeah, I mean, that doesn't give us a massive amount of extra power. Which is not ideal. Right, there's my other mini fusions. Okay. Yeah, stick these, like, here. There we go. And then I want my sorters to help out there. Okay, good. Now this should mean... Yeah, we're now over-satisfied, which is where we want to be. So let's have a look at the Dyson Sphere thing itself, right? The small carrier rockets are flying in. The actual Dyson swarm, you can't really see it just yet, right? But yeah, because the first layer was inside this. This is shell number 2, though, and we should start seeing an actual swarm quite soon. I mean, it might be worth us heading into... Yeah, do you see that up there? That's the start of a Dyson swarm. So it will start to come together because that should start integrating itself automatically into the actual sphere itself. So what we'll do now is we'll go to the Ash planet, which is over here. And we're going to set up some ray receivers. Yeah, I mean, the thing with solar cells is that they're so cheap and easy to make that actually I'm not too worried about overusing them like we shouldn't do. How goes the Sphere of the Dyson? Pretty good. Pretty good. We are actually just starting to create it. We're at 36 hours and we've just started to make it. So we're quite lucky because this planet we're going to now, Bulls 1, so named because, you know, it's where the sphere is. Haha, very funny. Bulls 1 is going to be within the sphere, so we should get that perfect uptime on our ray receivers. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go and set up like 7 of them for power, and then like 20 of them for photons. And once we got critical photons, then you know, then we are cooking. Then we can start to actually make some white science. I can't see where the planet is because that star is so bright. Wait, hang on, where is it? Oh, hang on, I'm actually heading towards the star itself. It's there. Hey, Mabel, welcome. I tell you what, it's an ungodly hour for a UK person to be streaming right now. It's like, it's about 20 past midday. Oh, my eyes. Oh, my God. That's actually so painful. Just dodge around that stuff. How's the game? It's good. Honestly, it's so good. Like, I am not good at this game. I'm going to just disclaimer. I'm not good at this game. I've never been great at the game, so I'm not good at, like, maths and optimizations and all that sort of thing. But I love it. I love this game. It's so good. But honestly, it's so good. It is really pretty, especially when you get, like, everything popping. It's so good. Honestly, if you enjoy any sort of factory simulation game, you will love this. Oh. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. Ray receivers first. Now, like I said, we have sulfuric acid as well, so we're going to want to be mindful that we're going to want to be mindful that we can start to. Didn't want to do that.
You built a ray receiver.
I did.
Which can receive the high energy rays transmitted from the Dyson Sphere and directly input them to the power grid.
Good.
However, caused by the ray receiving efficiency,
right, there we
the
go.
ray receiver's requested power will be larger than the documented output power of the Dyson Sphere. You can keep it working or upgrade technologies to increase the ray receiving efficiency.
Stick that there. Let's see how quickly this thing actually charges. That's charging reasonably fast, actually. Yeah, thank you, Daedalus Chan. So ray receivers, to those who don't know, they pull power from the Dyson Sphere. As long as they actually have sight of the components, like the actual shell, then it will see. It basically considers that it can see the sphere if the planet has line of sight to the actual star, and if the planet is inside the sphere, yeah, they're not very big. They're kind of tiny. I mean, it probably, for context, I think Icarus is supposed to be like a few hundred meters tall. You know, he's not a little guy. He's a pretty big robot. But I think that, you know, look at this. I mean, we've got continuous receiving on all of these, and we should get to 100% uptime as well. The network is kind of satisfied, not entirely. So there's a few other things for us to do here, but mostly what I want to start doing is getting some of these set up for photon production. So if we put these like along cardinal lines here like this, is the game big? Is there a lot to do? I would say so, yeah. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't end when you complete the game, in quotation marks, it doesn't end. You can carry on playing for as long as you want. You can keep building factories. There's quite a lot to do. There's a pretty extensive tech tree. Let me just show you the tech tree a second. Hold on. So you've got, these are upgrades. These are all the upgrades that we've unlocked so far. We are at the point we can't research any more of them just now because we don't have the stuff. But in terms of like the actual tech tree, it's pretty long. I mean, it's kind of that factory Subnautica kind of grind set where you build stuff to get more stuff so that the stuff that you have makes even stuffier stuff, right? I've probably explained that horrifically, but that's pretty much the, like, you know, the... Right, we want these to generate photons for us. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm setting up these to generate critical photons, right? Now, at the minute, we don't really have the power for this to be working so great. I mean, it will work fine. It will work fine. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there. But critical photons are a very end-game resource that you can use to make white science. So there's 5 different colors of science. We call them Jello. Like, Dyson Sphere players call them Jello because they look like jelly cubes. In fact, let me show you a minute. So we can pull them up here. So you see these down here, the various matrices, Jello cubes. So the objective is to produce these to finish the game with, right? You can't make those in the replicator because they take so much stuff. You have to make those in a science facility. So what I'm doing at the minute is basically setting up this planet to deal with creating critical photons for us. Because then what we could do is we can start the photons coming out. We can make sure that they're going back home to the main planet, back in the home system, and then we can start making white science. And eventually, because this planet is within the Dyson Sphere, we should be able to basically have almost continuous photon production without worry about stuff like power. Because we're inside the sphere, our power generating ray receivers will have perfect uptime. I'm going to just check on that in a second. Oh, we've got one more set to put together. There we go. Yeah, see, I mean, it's creating these. It's not creating them very quickly, but the problem is that the Dyson Sphere is... right. This is a problem. We don't have enough power at the moment. So the Dyson Sphere is not creating quite enough power for us. Now, what's happening there? They're going into orbit number 2 for some reason. The layers. Do we have any cell point? No cell points. Right, okay, so the Dyson Swarm is actually going into orbit number 2. So what I want to do, really... Oh, wait, I remember. That's right.
You have finished a Dyson shell plant.
Yeah, I forgot. I have to make it a shell plant, don't I?
The Dyson shell will put solar sails to use automatically.
Yeah, I forgot that bit.
Solar sails provide 1 cell point, and you can click the shell to view the total number of cell points required.
Okay, there we are. Now, what should happen is these solar cells should start getting sucked into the actual sphere. I forgot to do that, basically. So what you have to do to actually make the Dyson Sphere is you plan out the nodes, and then you have to kind of paint the shell over the top. So it's basically the game will know to suck the solar cells here into the shell itself, and that will yeah, do you see that? So we've got 66 that are being absorbed at the minute. So it is actually starting to absorb the solar sails, and that will amp up our power generation significantly. Right, yeah, we can make a bunch more ray receivers, and I think we should, really. Like, the thing is, we need power, and we need a lot of it. So, getting an entire planet sorted with ray receivers, I mean, the critical photons are generating just very slowly. Yeah, I mean, do you see that, though? I mean, we've got... Oh, continuous receiving... No, the continuous receiving on these ones, yeah, I mean, they are continuously receiving. And, yeah, can you see that the shell is actually encompassing this world? And there is the start of the Dyson Sphere itself. So, yeah, I mean, it's... this is all coming together now. Whew. We never finished it the first time I played it, because what happened the first time I played Dyson Sphere Program was basically... I got overexcited and off-streamed it to the point where it was just like, there's just no point in keeping this as a stream game, because I've off-streamed it to the point where I finished the game off-stream. My save is completed off-stream. I was just like, you know what? Let's just let's just put it into the annals of the VOD archive as something people can go and have a look at if they're curious. Right, okay. So the Sphere is requesting a bit more than it can kind of handle right now. Right, we don't have any of that stuff, so we can't actually make any more excuse me, any more of them. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to right, can we get a delivery of them? I don't know. However, we should ask this to take in critical photons now. So accept critical photons. Yeah, see, I mean, it's underpowering quite significantly. But it is still grinding those photons out, and that's what we need right now. So as the Dyson Sphere grows, you find that... Oh, hang on. No, that's one of my new ones, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm debating myself with the new ones. Oh, solar cell successfully launched. Okay, we've got a Dyson swarm. Excellent. So let's have a look at it. Where is it? Can't see it. There it is. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And as you can see over here, the
amount of your solar sails has reached a certain
yeah.
And they have formed a Dyson swarm around the star.
Okay.
You should be able to clearly see it right now.
Right, we need, I think, to amp up our rocket production. Not production. Hang on.
Generate power simultaneously. Every solar sail launched with a certain life cycle.
There we are.
To maintain the Dyson swarm, you have to continue on injecting
Excuse me. Right. We're heading home. We're heading home, chat, because we need some more stuff to make some more rocket silos. Oh, excuse me there. Alright. Oh, excuse me. So something else, BETTOGH, if you're still about, is there's more stuff coming to the game quite soon. So there's going to be an update coming which adds combat to it as an optional toggle. So it's not going to be mandatory combat, which I'm quite a fan of, the idea of. You know, basically, I like Dyson Sphere as a chill game. Excuse me. I like this as a chill game. Excellent. We got Dyson Sphere Cell. So the combat toggle basically adds optional combat where you can say, I want to play a game where there is combat involved. And what it does is it adds an enemy faction called, I think it's called the Fog. And the Fog will react to you based on what your current output is. So how much power you're using, I think, is the metric it gauges by. And if your factory is using too much power, it will attack you. So you can set up turrets and stuff to defend yourself from it, and that's kind of the objective of that, but it's much, much more like Factorio. Okay, we can't quite get out there yet. Something we will want to do, though, is bring critical photons back to this system. So once I'm charged up, we're going to get that set up. I mean, I don't want to play the combat mode. If I'm bluntly and brutally honest, I don't want to play it. But there are enough people who it would be fun for that, you know, it's going in. The devs are going to add it in, but it's optional, and that's something I respect them for. They know that a lot of people play this game just to have a relaxing time and just enjoy making factories and making cool stuff. You know, and for people like me, it can be really frustrating if you're doing all that cool stuff and then suddenly some alien just waltz in and blows everything up. You know, it's like, oh, God's sake. So to have it set as an option where you can just basically opt out at any point, I think that's swell. I think that's real swell. I think we've been precipitous there. We've not got enough petrol to make it on this jump. Boop. Well, that's alright. We can just chill back for a second. Oh dear. Right. Well, seeing as we're stuck in space, just kind of traveling, I'm just going to grab myself a drink. Just give me 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just ran downstairs and grabbed a energy drink. In fact, no. Just Pulse Engine. Pulse Engine? That's not right. Pulse Engine's, Oh, what's Pulse Engine again? Pulse Engine was, No Man's Sky, wasn't it? Right, I'll probably pick up some more fuel here as well. And actually, I think the other thing to do is loop my jute rods back around. So over this way somewhere, I think it's like in this general vicinity. Oh, we actually, right, okay, yeah. We've got, right, we've got like availability of that as well. Let's grab some of that while we're here. Because nanotubes are always nice. Coal is actually completely gone. We've depleted that vein entirely. I've never done that before. Well. Okay. Right, so the jute rods are here. Oh my god, we're actually running out of jute rods. Right, okay. That's really bad. Okay, what we want to do here then is we flip whole path. Flip whole path. Can we flip this? Wait, what's that? Oh. There we go. What we can do is we can start feeding these jute rods back this way. And if we kill that... Yeah, there we go. So we are going to need to make sure that we upgrade the output of our jute rods as soon as we can, really. So I think if we set up a planet which deals with that side of things relatively soon, feels like it'd be a very smart move. Okay, so yeah, I mean this is going to start feeding these in there, and I mean yeah, this is the small carrier rockets that are doing this. So the small carrier rockets actually eat up a heck of a lot of deuteron fuel rods. So I think actually we probably want to get a couple of... let's get... Oh wow, we're overstocked on graphene now. Unexpected. Right, what do I need to make? Like 10 of these. We need circuits. Okay. And we need that stuff. What's it called? Titanium alloy, that's the badge. Do I have some over here somewhere? No, I don't. Okay, that's not good. We have no titanium alloy in this system at the minute. Which means we're going to have to go to a different system to pick that up. I do have some more elsewhere. It's just, I think it's in Kuma at the minute. We do have a lot of the... I mean, we're overstocked on green science, actually. We're overstocked on green science, which is kind of nice to see. let's take as many of them as we can. Just because if we need these for the rocket silos, right? And once we've got the rocket silos together, we can go back, we can beef up production of those. I think if we stop at Kuma to just make sure that we're... Ah, yeah, he's still pulling those out every now and then. So the warper production is still healthy enough, I would say. Yeah, I kind of wonder if having another one might be an idea. Need foundation support. Collide with other object. Alright. No worries. See, I mean, that needs frame material. Oh, we've got frame material, though. We've got frame material for days. What we don't have is titanium alloy. Which does kind of suck. Alright, well, shouldn't be a problem. Once we've eaten, we should be able to go out to Kuma, get some titanium alloy, absolutely stock up on the stuff, right? And then once we're stocked up on titanium alloy, we can make a few more vertical launching sites. And basically what we want to do is we want to beef up the Dyson Sphere's overall production. I think I'm going to go back to the home planet and put the requester on for the critical photons, because when you make white science, it is basically... oh no, we need antimatter first, don't we? Hang on, what do we do? How do we make... hang on. Right. Okay. So we need particle colliders for that. Now... I will set the antimatter requester on the home world, right? That much we can do. That much we can do. But I think the other thing is going to be... actually setting up some colliders to get the antimatter out for us. I think probably we're going to be best off doing that on the same planet as the actual photon production. Although the other problem is hydrogen again. I mean, the thing is, we can do like hydrogen runoff in thermal plants, I guess, and that it will probably be necessary for us to do that. I mean, the other thing is we're going to need hydrogen for Casimir crystals. So if we can find a way to sort Kazis out, then again we can start shipping out a lot of the production into that system directly. So yeah, it's frame material, wasn't it? Okay. Right, okay. Take off. Head to Kuma. I don't know if we've quite got enough petrol to do this. This is probably going to be a regret. But let's head on out. Okay, wait, no, I wanted to go to the home planet first, didn't I? Think on this. Think on this, Shinsu. Think on this. Yeah, we'll head to the home planet, because what we can do is we can first off keep charging up, but secondly, I can get the thing sorted for my science facilities to actually request the antimatter. When there's enough of it, we can then start on the white science. So white science we're probably a few hours away from actually getting just yet. I can see the pathway to them. It's not looking insurmountable at all. It's just that we've got lots of infrastructure to get in place to get it dealt with, and also we need to get certain things together so that we're in a bit stronger of a position overall. We need some titanium, so let's pick that up while we're here as well. So we're going to need more ILS, and I think again, getting that lava planet mining back in the Dyson Sphere system would probably be a real smart move for us just now. Alright, we're going to need to get some more plastic set up actually as well. I remember the early game when you're trying to deal with when you're trying to deal with red cubes, hydrogen feels so precious, and then it's just everywhere. It is literally overabundant all the time, constantly. Right. Okay. So, here's our main science facility, right? So I guess that... Oh, yeah, just do it out of that one. Request antimatter. Thank you very much. And then I think the other thing to do is going to be actually set up the... Oh, I do have a spray coaster here, actually. Now, will this actually... Will this work, or will this kind of railroad us? No, I'm not trying to do it there. Alright, tell you what. If we set one up, like... We need to set it up like that. It's not ideal. Right, you pull up, then in there. Yeah, there we go. Then you are going to output like so. Well, this should work. The only thing we have to do now is try to connect this one at the bottom through to there. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Right, there we are. Okay. And then we will get these. In fact, let's change that. And let's make a couple more of them. No. There you go. Alright, our science centers are set. So basically these will now take in, they'll take in everything that's needed. They just need antimatter. And that's something, I mean, we need strange matter to make the buildings, actually, do we not? Don't we? No, we can't. No, that's not right. Hold on, what's the particle collider? We need frame material and super mags. We can make 6 of them. I think 6 is probably about right for now. 6 is probably about right for now because we don't want too many of them. If we have too many of them, we're just gonna have too big of a power draw. Okay, so next we want to excuse me again. We want to head to where the titanium alloy was being produced, which was like down over here, wasn't it? I'm taking all of that. There we are. Okay. And then how many of these can I make now? 11. Right. That should do for the moment. That should do for the moment. Oh, common components that we are... Ah, titanium. Yeah. We need titanium, don't we? We can grab some. There should be some titanium somewhere around, like here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that'll do. There you go, lads. Beautiful. I'm really sorry about the coughing, chat. I don't know what's going on. My throat must be a bit dry from stream last night. Going from a stream last night straight into a stream today, actually kind of brutal. Especially considering the length of time I'm going to be... Yeah, I'm dying. Oh, no. No, you're not dying. Your friend just has no chance to live. I knew it. No, he's not dying, Caboose. Tucker's just pregnant. Oh, good. Wait, what? Oh, classic. I miss Red vs. Blue. It was an absurd program with a lot of general absurdities. In fact, let's just dump off some of the shit we don't need, right? Yeah. Yeah, that looks alright. And I'm going to take some CPUs with me as well. I'm going to take some CPUs as well. I would do, but I don't have any. Okay. We need to get CPU production amped up to the max. But, for now, let's head back into space. Let's head to... I think we should probably stop off at Kuma first. We can charge up there. Where was it? It's like... Ah! It's over this way. Right, so we want to make sure we get out of the gravity well of the planet first. Otherwise, this won't work. We've got to stay out of the gravity well of the gas giant as well. That'll just throw us around for days. Alright. Wait, no, we're getting caught in his... We're getting caught. Oh. There we go. Right, okay, we're free. Here we go. This is going to probably cost all our petrol. Like, 90% of our petrol will be taken up doing this. But that's fine. Yeah, we can charge up there again. I think, actually, the next sensible thing for us to do is start a massive amount of production on... not just hydrogen. I think we should probably set up a deuterium farm as well. Maybe if we get some deuterium actually shipped into where we are. Like, we need to set up an entire deuteron fuel rod production line. But deuteron fuel rods need supermag rings, and they need alloy as well. So there are a bunch of things we're going to need to do to actually get those really popping. I mean, I think if we can have deuterium just kind of shipped directly into this system, that's probably the best way for us to approach it. Like, if we can start shipping loads of deuterium in, set up a whole tank network for it to kind of flow into, we can probably make sure that we've got enough of that stuff to last us for a while. And then it's just a case of getting the factory set up for everything else. We've got the lava planet for that, though. You know, the lava planet I have been kind of keeping hold of for just that reason. Alright, it's Kuma 2? Yes. Where is it? Honey. Hold on. There. Ah, right, okay. Alright. In we go. Yeah, see, the deuteron fuel rods are coming in. Maybe what we should do is, I mean, is there a planet in this system which would be reasonably decent for making them? Honestly, not really, no. Because lava planets really give us every single thing we need for making those. So I think actually a lava planet in the Dyson Sphere system is the way. Alright, let's speed up, let's get there. And let's just take a swig of this bev as well. Delicious. Okay. So no wonder I got confused between Kuma 1 and 2. They look the same from orbit. What was that? Hold on a minute, chat. What was that? Hang on. Strange. Sorry, I tripped out about that. There's a lot of noise, that's all. With the crime house next door, it's been kind of a bit fraught lately. Hey, Rocket Wolf, welcome. Good day. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. Where's my food tower? There. Gobble, gobble. Oh, wait, no, there's one right here. Right, let's have a munch. Let's have a munch. And then once we've munched, we can jump on through to the other system. We're just going to have to sit here for a minute and wait to charge, though, which is not ideal. It's not ideal at all. Yeah, welcome to Inventory Management is Not My Forte, the stream. Look at it, it's such a mess. Oh, no. Now, it's we're in the process at the minute of actually creating a Dyson Sphere around the Kappa Capricornite balls. I've called it balls just so I knew that the Dyson Sphere was going to be here. But we're currently building a sphere that encompasses the orbits of this planet. So the plan is, this planet deals with all of our uptime. We have, like, actually, yeah, I think the other thing I was looking to do, I've just recalled, and actually we've probably come a bit too far. Oh, hang on. Titanium glass, I forgot I'd asked for that. What was it I'd asked for that for? I don't remember. I was going to make some more of these, wasn't I? Oh, it's frame material that I'm lacking for. Right, okay. I tell you what, can you guys bring me, like, not silicon. Don't want that. Can you guys just bring me, like, 1,200 titanium alloy, please? Can you do that for me? No, I don't think they can. Unfortunate. But I mean, titanium alloy is just what? Titanium, steel, and sulfuric acid. So, I mean, it's probably easier if we just make that in the Dyson Sphere system anyway, right? And we're not very far from that system, so we probably have... I mean, it's 8 light years away, so yeah, I think we've probably got enough power to jump on over there. So let us do exactly that. Let's just head on through. We're fueled up. We've got, well, we did have some water pumps, but I put them away on the home planet, and I'm kind of regretting that now. All right, well, that's fine. We can deal with that. Right, let's go. Over to. I just had a thought, you know. If anyone's actually joined the channel with a follow this stream, I don't know if my alert, no, my alert should be working. Wait, I haven't left enough. I didn't have enough fuel in the tank at all. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Okay. Well, let's not worry about that too much. Yeah, I don't know exactly. If anyone is joining, when you're sort of coming in and chatting, then if it's not showing up, then I'm sorry, because I had to kind of tweak my alerts earlier and say, well, I think that something might have gone wrong with them. If that's the case, then I will. In fact, do I have my? Just give me a second. I can. While we're floating here, don't have a dock for stats. No, that's not the right stats. It's Twitch stats. That's the one. Right, there we go. Let's have a look. No, okay, it's fine. Right, that's no problem at all. Looks like everything's working as normal, so that's fine. I just don't want to miss. If anyone does kind of join in or joins the Blue Fleet, I don't want to miss that. Because I feel bad when I miss that sort of thing. I've done it again. I've not left enough petrol to get there properly. And now we're stuck floating in space for a bit. We got to get the next level of fuel generation. So it's, where is it? Energy Circuit 6. We need 4,000 white science for that. Which is enough to complete the game. Like, if we got 4,000 white science, we'd have the game completed. Which is pretty nuts when you think about it. But what we're going to do is we're going to get to Capricorn Eye 2, I think. No, let's go to 1, actually. And we'll see how things are going with the actual production of the critical photons. We might be all right to just kind of... I'm losing my words now. I've lost the plot, chat. I've lost the plot. We might be able to start actually getting the colliding done. I think that the simple thing for us to do is we just do the hydrogen as a runoff. We just burn it, right? There's no use for it. That's the thing. We're going to need to set up fractionation as well. Unless we start shipping in massive quantities of deuterium from out of system, which I think we can do. I think we can do that, you know. So actually, yeah, the lava world will start making super mag rings. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a case of we paste the factories that we've kind of made along the way. Should be fine to do that without too much problem. I mean, we've got 100 of those. And we can probably use like ray receivers and stuff for, you know, relatively free and easy power. Alright. What a time for it to also save. What an amazing, amazing decision the game's just made. Right. It's number 2 we're going towards. Yeah, the problem with the blue stars is that... okay, there we go. The problem with blue stars is that they really do have a massive distance between planets. It's much, much bigger than other star types. So sometimes you can have like 5 AU between planets. I've seen like 8 between like the furthest apart planets in a system, which is absolutely nuts because it takes ages to travel between them if you're not on warp. But then you don't really want to use warpers for in-system travel if you can avoid it. It's not a productive use. Right, okay. So, we need a few specific things here. We need, firstly, we need to start to harvest this stuff. We can make 12 of these. In fact, get rid of those, get rid of those, get rid of those. Because we got bricks in our pockets. There we go, okay. So how's our power generation looking? We've got 135 critical photons at the minute. Okay, not bad. I mean, really, something I do need to do here is I need to start to actually get this sulfuric acid harvested. We need to start getting steel made as well. This would have been something that would have been much smarter if I'd have kind of thought about it ahead of time and done it out of system. But you know, we are where we are. We've got to deal with the hand that I've dealt you guys, which is a very bad one. But you know, like I say, it is what it is. Okay. So normally with these ones, you don't normally actually need to connect these in the standard way. Like, you don't have to connect them directly to an ILS because you could just like set drones to do it. But I find that that's actually quite taxing on, like, you know, CPU stuff. So I don't tend to do it. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I mean, this planet is also going to be very, very good for production of alloy because it's got a sulfuric acid ocean. It's a massive advantage over other systems that are kind of nearby for this sort of thing. We do already have someone that's producing alloy, but it's just not quite as close by to the Dyson Sphere itself, which is suboptimal. Right, yes, it's going to take a little while to make these water pumps now. Yeah, we've run out of iron ore, which is not really what I wanted to see, but How's our power looking? How is our power network doing, actually? It's not really using so much. I mean, these are going to take ages to actually make stuff, but the Dyson Sphere itself is quite small right now. So, you know, that's kind of where we are on that side of things, I suppose. I think, actually, if we harvest most of these veins, probably a good move. Right, swing this round. Da, da. 19, it'll do. Okay. There you are. Where are my tanks there? There you go. So they go in there. Right, we're now getting some Tesla towers come out, which is good. It's what we want to be seeing. There we are. No power. Nande. What's that missing? Iron ore. I think we're actually going to have to connect these manually. Like, I don't think, because those aren't producing power, I don't think, like, maybe we should actually stick some power generation into that network. Can I get a, no, because I need one of these. Okay. Have I got prisms? I got some. Okay, can I make any more of these? Make one. Yeah, see, I mean, we definitely need to amp up production of stuff generally. But I kind of think, actually, the smart thing for us to do here is we're mining some iron and stuff to make sure that we've got ample supply. But I think, actually, if we deal with most of this on the lava planet again, we could... No, in fact, no. We need some of it here at the very least to deal with producing the titanium alloy. So we'll carry on with that. And we'll carry on with that here, I think. Alright, so last thing we want to do, whilst that's all kind of producing, we will set this up over here. There you go. Right. Okay. I think actually having another ILS in the middle of these would be a smart move, because if we keep these two ILS kind of away from each other, it gives us a little bit of separation. Did I have another ILS? I don't have another ILS. That's a concern. Okay, so we can't do that right now. We actually cannot do that right now because we don't have the stuff for it. That's okay. Yeah, we can deal with that. So these are going to go there. And then effectively what we're going to do then is we're going to link this up this way. It's going to be spaghetti to the maximum, as per usual, but, you know, I mean, at this point, you kind of expect that on my channel. Like, if you come to my channel and you think, I'm going to have facility. No. You come to my channel and you think, oh, okay. Today, I think I may partake of little bit of conchigli. No conchigli for you, sir. No conchigli for you. If I had some foundation, I could actually just, like, stick a tower in the middle of that bit. How do I like this game? I love this game. I'm bad at this game, but I love it. So I've said this on a couple of streams before. I mean, it's a story that I'm quite happy to share. But my wife was very ill in December of last year. And I streamed a bit of this. And I found myself enjoying this game a heck of a lot. And honestly, while she was as ill as she was, she actually ended up in hospital for a bit. Now, while she was in hospital, and I was at home just kind of signed off work because of the situation, this is what I was playing to kind of keep myself sane, and I will love this game forevermore because of that. You know, this game has done so much for me. But beyond that it's done all of that for me, you know, without that considered, it is still a phenomenal game. You know, it's not just me looking at it thinking rose-tinted spectacles here. It's just phenomenally good. And I honestly, I love it. I love it to pieces. Right, will that connect this into this grid? Huh? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's all connected into the grid now, which means that these are powering it, which actually this should speed that up a bit. But more importantly, we now have big production on that stuff. Let's ship our iron into there as well. I mean, if you have the opportunity to get this game, then yes, just yes, do it. There's no doubt in my mind that this is a game that I would recommend to all and sundry. Absolutely anyone who can play this game should do. I don't have any Casimir crystals on, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Can I make some normal smelters? I can make 3. So I'll tell you what, let's just grab that iron ore. Chuck that in there. Alright, there we go. Yeah. I'm not playing very efficiently right now. Like, you're supposed to automate almost everything in this, and I just don't. 5,000 hours in the game. Ah, I see. Are you from? Are you over on Dyson Cord as well? I should know that sort of thing, really, but I'm unfortunately not always the smartest Glaucus on my part. So if you are and I've just kind of missed that, then soz. No, but I love this game to bits. Like, I'm bad at it, but I love it. Okay, I think then that should give us the iron that we want. Now, what we'll do is we'll link that there. That can come there. Actually, what we... No, this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. Or is it? No, actually, no, this is fine. This is fine. If we're... Steal away the hours from RL, yes. 100% yes. But I am... Oh. Ah, okay. I don't have the stuff to quite make that. Oh, wait, no, we don't need to put any graphene in my pocket. I'm going to do it anyway because I had to, but... There we go. Let's make some of that. Yeah, I mean, that was actually a bit of a problem, if I'm honest. Like, the amount of time that you can just lose in this game actually did become a little bit of a problem. It became a little bit of a sore point. We don't need any more of them for the moment. So let's start getting some of these made. So what I can do is I can start copying the... I can start copying the recipe a little bit. Okay. Right, there we go. So we've got some more arc smelters. We've got some more Mark III sources coming. Right, yeah, I think what we're going to do, actually, is we are going to basically ship the iron into this ILS, and then we're going to make the steel up here somewhere. So yeah, we'll tell this just to accept iron ingots. Iron ingots are always useful. Completely useful all the time. Alright, and then we want more. Wait, I see what I've done. I've put that the wrong way around. There we go. Hmm? Ah, it is working. Alright. Right, so we'll say that goes there. Like this, I guess? Like, is 6 going to be enough? Oh, hang on. Ah, I see. I need to extend this by like one more. There we go. Yeah. Alright, yep, that looks good. So iron ingots out the ass at this point, which is what we want to see. Lovely. Alright. And then we'll do like... Oh, am I missing one? I'm missing one of those. I tell you what, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Make me one of them. Make me a bunch of that, please. Onegaishimasu. There. This should give us enough. This should give us enough iron, right? And actually, with the sphere itself kicking out as much stuff as it is right now. I mean, it's still... We've still got a bit of an overload on our power there, which is not great. So if we could get some more ray receivers, that'd probably be good. I mean, really what we want is we want to set this up so that we are... Can I get a couple more ray receivers? Is it worth just maybe getting some solar panels, actually? No, because I've got no silicon. Amazing. Okay. Can you... Right, can you go and get me a little tickle of silicon? We just want one vessel to go and fetch me some silicon, please. Yes, there we go. Can have too many ray receivers and too much demand on the Dyson. Yeah, I'm starting to find that. So I think what I need to do to kind of attenuate that a bit is I need to supplement the ray receivers with something else. Unfortunately, this world has really bad wind energy ratio, but the solar energy ratio is really nice. So what we should be able to do is stick some solar panels, like, I don't know, around here somewhere. And that supplements these enough that, I mean, maybe if... I'm thinking maybe if we use some accumulators, and then I look at this and like, actually I don't have the stuff to make accumulators, so that's that plan out the window. Not ideal. Not ideal. Ow. Oh, God, I'm sorry if you heard that as my elbow. It pops... If I put it out like to the side and then twist it around, it just... Excuse me, it just pops extremely loudly. Yeah, I mean, once this comes back with the silicon, we have everything else we need, really, to make that. Copper, actually, I would not mind having, like, proper sort of copper that I can just pull at any given moment. So let's get, like, we've got, what, 3? I guess, like, another 3 would work. And then what my plan is we're actually going to go back to the lava planet in this system. And the lava planet is going to be kind of the base of operations in large part. Alright, there we go. Just set these there. I love the music in this game. Like, it's crazy to me that this is an early access title. It's actually insane. You know, you consider this as an early access title. There's so much gameplay, there's so much replayability, there's so much to do. Like, would I recommend this game to my friends? I frequently do. Like, I frequently do, and they will tell you that it is a frequent thing. You know, I am always like, play Dyson Sphere Program, thank you. It's like, Dyson Sphere Program to me, in some ways, is what Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is to Shitpost Chan. It's that game that, you know, you just constantly recommend to all your mates. You know, play this thing. Play this game thing. And it just goes on and on and on like that until they actually cave and play it. Kind of like one of my close bud was on me like that with Prodeus, and I'm actually going to be playing that on Friday now. So, you know, it's a functioning tactic. That's just it. Yeah, I mean, Youthcat have outdone themselves. They've absolutely outdone themselves. You know, whatever else, I think they should be extremely proud of, like, how good this game is. And it's like you say, an EA game can spend that long in development and it just comes out and it's half-baked. This game, no, this is full-baked all the time. The baking is always at maximum. Always at maximum. There we go. Should we make another couple? Let's make another couple, why not? Like, my only regret with Dyson Sphere Program is how badly I play it, because I'm not a good advert for this game at all. I do so much stuff manually that it's just like, people watch and they're just like, oh, he's doing it again! He's doing it again! Mom, please stop this madman. He's doing it again. But I could just sit here and play it for hours, and I have done. Like, while I was in hospital, there were genuinely times where I would wake up at sort of 6 in the morning, come into my office, put the computer on, and I'd come off of this at 10 at night. I'd literally be on this game for like 16 hours a day at times. Maybe not healthy, but you know what? It was alright. You know, it wasn't such a bad thing. Right, is that... that's almost full. That one... 2... is almost full. I mean, I'm just going to try and chuck as much iron ore away as we can there. Just so it's out of my pockets. Like, having ore in my pockets is not normally something I'd want to be seeing. Alright, nice. Except... certain situations, such as where I need to make these because I don't have the stuff to make magnets. Amazing. Alright, you know what? Let's keep sort of a little bit in my pocket. Just a tad smidge. And then we need copper. Okay, so basically I just need to get the stuff together to make, like, steel here. There we go. Oh, did my silicon arrive? It's still on its way. That's okay. Yeah, so we'll start smelting steel in a second. Where's my doofers? Yeah, we'll get like 8 smelters doing steel. Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, the main thing is, you know, game fun. I'm a simple man. You know, game is fun. And for me, that's the main thing there. You know, as long as it stays fun, it's all good by me. Like, I'm a very, very easy person to please in that respect. People, for some reason, have this kind of notion that I'm intensely grouchy about everything all the time, and it's impossible to make me happy. And it's like, no. It's extremely possible to make me happy. It's extremely possible to make me happy. It's just a case that I have exacting standards. I mean, thankfully, Dyson Sphere reaches those standards very, very easily. You know, it's there's criticisms. Alright, I will be honest, there are criticisms I can have and will levy against this game. You know, and I think the thing is, I kind of have to be balanced in that sense. You know, I have to make sure that I acknowledge there are imperfections. You know, if I didn't acknowledge imperfections in this, then I feel like I would not be perhaps being honest about the game itself. You know, there's definitely things that I think the devs could and should improve. But it's more like it's quality of life. It's not really like crippling gameplay stuff. It's all quality of life, right? So long as they, you know, so long as they keep on doing what they're doing at the minute and, you know, providing more stuff to do and, you know, tweaking bugs and generally just fixing up anything that needs to be fixed, then I don't think there's going to be any realistic issues that come up, which would, you know, there's certainly nothing has cropped up at any stage that would stop me from playing this game at any point in time. You know, the most annoying thing that's happened was first time space travel. That's just like a skill thing. You know, you go into space, you run out of petrol. Okay, so you're not quite sure what to do anymore. It's not exactly ideal. That is a lot of sulfuric acid. How much of that is actually coming through? Yeah, we've almost got 10k. Right, okay. These are ready. So let's pull out a whole ass bunch of this. And a whole ass bunch of this. Put that away. Right, solar panels. Make me 20 solar panels. And we're going to just kind of shore up the grid with that, I think. Do I need to put any more petrol away? Not just yet. Actually, I can put some more in there, actually, so we'll do that. Right, solar panels are coming out. There we go. Nice. Actually, we should upgrade these. Put these to maximum, just to make sure that the flow is maintained. Oh, hang on. Under. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and steel goes in there. Am I in China? No, I'm actually English. For my sins, I am English. I live in Yorkshire. Again, for my sins, the land that Thatcher did bad things to. And I probably shouldn't go into too much detail about, because otherwise I'll get bonked by Twitch. They don't like it when you get political on a stream. Right, here we go. So we'll set up all of these here. Yeah, I am someone who suffers from the B word. The B word is British. Not something I would ever wish on anyone. Ah, okay. There we go. Yeah, now we're fully satisfied on power. How's the Dyson Sphere itself looking? Ooh, it's starting to... Oh, where was it? It's over here. Yeah, it's starting to come together now. Look at that. This is actually a much bigger sphere than I should have built. For some reason, I've built this thing absolutely fucking huge. Not my smartest move. Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I think we can expand this, you know. I think we can actually expand this. Let's add another 4. Yeah, if we had another 4 of these, that should hopefully give us enough of this. And I think what we could do then is like... I mean, really, Mark III smelters would be the nicest thing to have there. I tell you, clear and reset that. Give me those. Can I have some paint filters? I don't think there's any paint filters spare. Only how many structures that I can get installed. Oh, okay. Right, that's fine. That's fine then. Yes, we'll stick that like so. There we go. There we are. Okay. So we got what's that? 12 steel producers? Yeah. How's my iron looking? Are we still in profit? Just about. It's a bit touch and go, isn't it? So maybe we should expand our iron production. You know, like ratios and all that bollocks. Okay. Yeah, we actually, I think we definitely should. Then like that. None there. Ah, there we are. Oh, we need more. We need more of these. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, the power satisfaction is looking pretty nice at the minute. And photon generation, I mean, we could definitely do with more. But as the sphere grows, you know, it's going to become a lesser problem, I think. There we go. How many more of those have I got? I've got 5. Okay. Oh, it's giving us the same tune again. Oh, that's not exactly... I mean, I'm not going to bitch about that because Dyson Sphere music is lovely. The OST to this game is phenomenally good. I think, actually, it's a huge, huge part of why I love this game. Like, I could sit there and just listen to it for hours. I have actually, in my day job, just stuck the Dyson Sphere OST on and just left that. Now, this was a plan of mine. See, this is something I planned for, is that eventually the ILS fills up. So we've got these tanks to deal with overflow, and that means we can keep producing that. Yeah, I mean, these are still kicking out quite a nice amount of steel. You know, it's not as much steel as perhaps we want, but we can always expand that. Yeah, we can always expand that. Right, okay. Yeah, it's arc smelters that we're waiting on. Hang on, why is it waiting for those? Hold on. There you go. Right, then we want, was it 4 more? Actually, we probably want like... yeah, we want like another 8 so that when we eventually get the titanium sorted, which I think that's going to be the next thing. At that point, we want to ramp up everything a little bit. Oh, hang on, I've just realised. Yeah, upgrade that, please. And upgrade that. Yeah. There we go. Right, yeah, so we've got iron out the asshole now. Literally. Look at that. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 24 iron to 12 steel. Seems like a good ratio to me. I'm not good at ratios, if I'm honest. I'm not good at ratios at all. I mean, really, the thing is, I just need to make sure that I have... wait, what? Why was it why did it copy my other recipe? Bit weird. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that works. Okay. We're just going to do it out of this one, I think. Like, we're just going to use this particular ILS to deal with this. The thing is, I don't really want anything out of this one, except for being a... Oh, hang on, that's in the way. Hang about. Right, so we want to put that... We want to put... There. There we go. Then this is going to come and join up to that there. Yes. I guess that another ILS would have been nice, but we don't have the stuff to actually make it yet, which is a little embarrassing. Oh, we do need a whole ass bunch of these as well. So let's get that made. Okay. Woo. Right. And what we'll do is we'll just stick a tower here to store this stuff in. Just for the time being. Right, so that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Right, okay. And then this is going to make for me titanium alloy. I'm going to stick that there. No, we're not, because that's way too... I mean, that's way too... Oh, actually, no. We just need, like, a couple here just to make sure the grid's covered off, right? Yeah, that works. That works. Okay. No, we didn't have any of them. Oh, in fact, no, we could store the titanium alloy here. We're going to say remote storage and local storage. Yeah. All right. No, let's flip whole path there. And is this like level 2? That's level 2. We don't need a level 3 conveyor here. There we go. All right. Right, now, if we say to this... no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Needs to be steel, doesn't it? Yeah, we need titanium there. That's the bit we're missing. So actually, no, what we'd done before was correct. I'm getting myself debated. That's the problem. Okay, so if we get rid of that entire thing, this then we want titanium, right? And titanium's pretty easy because there's like, again, titanium out the ass here. How's my power generation looking? We're still oversatisfied, which is really nice to see. Alright, let's start harvesting some titanium then. And again, we can... Oh, that's a really nasty set of veins. Can we get, like, maximum on this? 17? It'll do, I guess. We've got 17 of them. We're then going to need to get, like, a whole bunch of these made again. Oh my god, look at that queue. It's like a 2-minute queue for 2-minute queue in the replicator. That's embarrassing. Right, 21. Alright. Yeah, you there. You connect there. And I guess the other thing for us to do is, if we were to connect that up... Have I got another of the wireless towers? Can I actually like connect that to this grid directly? Not quite, but almost. But if we do this then yes, it is connected. Alright, nice. Cool. That's pretty nice. That's pretty sweet. Right, and now these are going to come on through. And again, I think the best thing for us to do here is kind of this. Like, if we do 8 per... if we do 8 per station, right, that's probably how I'm looking at this right now. Yeah. God, the music. So good! This game is just so good. It actually upsets me that more people don't know it. I guess it's one of those games that's like, for those of us who are in the know, it's like a complete hidden gem. Maybe it's better if it stays that way. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess as long as we're enjoying it, then, you know, what matter what others think, huh? But it does kind of bug me that, like, more people should know this game, in my opinion. All right, so we've got steel, we've got sulfuric acid, we've got titanium. Okay. Now, once we've got the titanium alloy on it, yeah, the fan base is pretty big. To be fair, fan base is pretty big. You know, I will give it that, and that's I mean, it's a good thing. You know, the fact that there is that fan base there, it does hearten me. I just wish more people knew about it, but then it's one of those things where it's like, when I say it's a hidden gem, it's like, there are those of us who know. And that's not long enough, is it? Hold on. Let's lengthen it a bit further. Yeah, I mean, there's those of us who know. And there's those of us who don't know. And those of us who know, we know. We know. Oh, lordy, do we know. But for those of us who don't know, then it's like, well, you poor unfortunate souls. And I realise that sounds like really big-headed, but it is actually genuinely a bit hard not to feel sorry for people who don't know this game. Probably just a consequence of like how much I like it, to be fair. Right, so we've got those 8 kicking out. I think next thing we do is we do the same over here. In fact, can I just copy this? Do I have one of those? I can make one. I can make one. Alright. Ow! Pop everything back into place again. Quick stretch. Ugh. There we go. Oh, good grief. Alright. I think we've actually got enough sources there. So make me... Oh, hang on. It's trying to make... Oh, I don't actually have super mags. That's interesting. Well, that's okay, though. I hate the fact that blueprints and tropic lines always do me over like this. Honestly, if there was one criticism I was going to levy against the game, it would be that the tropic lines really do play havoc with trying to do blueprint stuff. And yes, I know that's a thing where I can resolve that by not building north to south as much as I do. But building north to south is just, like, to me, the sensible kind of orientation. It's just the way my brain works, I think. Alright. Where are the rest of my smelters? Here. Oh, hang on. Should I make these... how many of these have I got? Not quite so many as I'd like. Alright, well, we can always get more super mags, and that's kind of going to be one of the things that we're going to be setting up soon anyway. So... out. Wah. Okay. Right. So if we then say that and that and that, and then these all go there, and then we connect it with a big old substation. We're still 100% satisfied, which we love to see. That can go to maximum. These don't necessarily need to go to maximum. But I think what they do is they do need to kind of link up there like that. And that can link up there like that. Excellent. So we now have even more titanium heading on across. Which means we now have this stuff. Excellent. Over 5,000 active players. 2 million purchases. Damn, that's a lot more than I thought. And when I say it's a lot more than I thought, I don't mean any sort of insult against the developers. It's just I don't hear people talking about this game that often, and that's like I get a bit upset about that. I get a bit, but the fact that if that's just a me issue and I'm not seeing people talk about it, sure, I'll take that. As long as people are talking about the game, then cool. That's 2 million is a hell of a number for an indie game to shift. I say an indie game. I know that Youthcat aren't exactly indie, but they're not a massive great studio, are they? They're just little guys. Can I? Oh, I see. If I pulled that forwards just a little bit. Right, there we go. So yeah, let's pull this forwards just slightly. There we go. That's it. So we get 5 of them kicking out alloys. Let's upgrade this as well. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sad as it is, but true. I could probably put some more like here, actually. I guess the thing is, like, this game has what I want in a game. You know, this game gives me what my brain needs. And now we can hopefully, I think if I grab some steel out of here. In fact, I need to just like chav some steel anyway. There we go. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Is like my brain needs games like this. Whereas, you know, games involving the funny shooty murder time, it's like, well, have we launched? I'll tell you what, Egnick. Yes, we have. Behold. Behold, it's coming together. And guess what? This planet is inside the sphere. This planet is inside the sphere. But if I... where's my angle? For some reason I can't... It's probably on the other side of the world right now. But yeah, we are inside the Dyson Sphere. So this world, despite the fact I'm setting up some factories, is primarily going to be used for photon generation. So we're making critical photons. We've got 100% continuous receiving uptime. We need to get some more of the... There you are. Do you see? Do you see it? Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. But yes, we have actually launched to start making the sphere itself now. So, yeah, don't worry. It's all coming together. It's all starting to come together. Right, I'm going to keep grabbing that stuff. I think, actually, I probably want to get another set of these made. So if I say use that, pull that, I guess, down here. Under. There we go. I need a couple more of them. Oh, I need more iron ore. There we go. Okay. And then I need... what? Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have enough of that stuff, really, do I? I need more... I need to set up a super mag factory soon. Because we're going to need to start getting that that deuterium flowing across. Oh no, that's right. I remember. What I have to do here is I have to pull this down like this way to there, and then that can connect there. We're going to have to use... we don't actually have enough stuff to... Unless I grab some just iron ore out one of these things. I could probably, like, manually make a couple of them. It ain't going to be ideal, but... Yeah, I mean, I need to get a big factory set up to deal with my super mags and whatnot. And that, I think, is going to be something I have to do. Oh, yeah, we can make a bunch of that. Alright, that's fine. Right, you make steel. No, don't make steel. Don't export steel. No. Hold on. Flip whole path, flip whole path. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Right. Delete that. Okay, then this one. Flip whole path. There we go. That then needs to be iron. Right, suck the steel back up. And then flip it again. That. No, that needs to be iron. Hold on. Don't do that. Okay, that works. That works. happened there? You know, just connect up now. Come on now. Don't be daft. Alright. There you go. That goes there. That connects there. Belt was facing the wrong way. Is that working now? Oh, hang on. Ah! I see, okay. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I got confused as to exactly what was flowing which way. Right, now why... Ah. There we are. Yeah, so this is now going to kick out a whole lot more steel. Except it's not, because we are waiting on a whole ass bunch of these. Just make me enough for this to work, alright? But the whole reason I was setting this up was just so that I had enough alloy to make some ILS. That was the only reason I was doing it. There we go. Okay, as long as we have an ILS, it's all good, right? So the next thing for us is we go back to the magma planet and we start harvesting stuff there. We are going to need, I think, some more Mark II miners, of which we can make a couple. So let's. I need to start production on supermagnetic rings, though. Like, I desperately need to actually automate those. Something else I'm going to do is start pulling in as much deuterium from off-world as I can. I've got one planet which is set up to just harvest a deuterium mine for us, so hopefully that'll kind of all work out, but whether it does or not, I mean, we will see soon enough, I suppose. Right, is everything sorted with this? Yes, it is. Good. So we've got a lot of steel going on. We've got a lot of titanium going on. We've got enough alloy that actually, like, we should be fine for alloy for the time being. I mean, do I have any in my pocket? Any more in my pocket? Not exactly, but there's enough. There's enough of it. Right, okay. So. Here is... In fact, no, there's one more thing I think we want to do at this point. We can't do it. We can't do it in this this one, though. So I think what we need to do... Ah, yeah, we're out of... We need processors as well. Where's the best planet in this system for silicon? Hold on. The Rocky Salt Lake planet is going to be the best to get us the microcrystalline components. So I think we should probably get those made there. What's a microcrystalline component again? Let's remind myself. Microcrystalline component is 2 silicon, 1 copper. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty easy. But first, let's go back to the other planet. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful, that is. Let's go back to the other planet, which is where? That's 4. We don't want to go to 4 just yet. I think 4 would be a good place for us to... is 3? No, it's 2 I'm after. Where is Balls 2? It's there. There we go. The lava planet. We'll get a whole bunch of stuff set up there first. The super electromagnets are for deuteron fuel rods, which we need for the small carrier rockets. They are also used in most advanced construction at this point. So if we want to build more rocket silos, we need super mag rings. Yeah, so basically, like, if... Let me just pull up my manufacturing at the minute. So if we want to make, say, these, we need super mags. If we want to make these, we need super mags. If we want to make these, super mags. If we want to make these, we don't need super mags for those specifically, but they're used in everything else. And for some reason, that star had no gravity. That was kind of curious. The star had no gravity. This is going to be a stupid Dyson Sphere. Look at it. Size of this thing. I mean, to be fair, as long as we keep on shooting the rockets, it'll all be good. And they are kind of... There's only 3 silos at the minute, so they're kind of going steady away at this point. But I do feel like if we had another couple of silos, I'd be much happier. We could make a couple. It puts our production queue to about 3 minutes, which is not ideal, but you know, we can kind of set up some infrastructure while we wait. Huh? Creating a Dyson ring rather than a sphere. At the minute, yes, you're not wrong. Actually, can I research the stress system? I could research Dyson's stress system too. Actually, let's do that. Right. Yeah, see, we've got enough fuel here to kind of deal with things for the moment. We've got enough rockets actually that we're pretty saturated on those for now. I tell you what, dunk off that for the minute. Dunk off that. Dunk off that. Because we've got 4 of those. I think at the minute getting more rockets into the sky would be the way. We'll make 3 of them. Make 3 silos, right? Yeah, I think if we put an ILS sort of, I mean, we need it to be kind of somewhere kind of central to the resources that we want. There's a lot of stuff over here. So I guess over here would be a good place to start looking to begin with. I mean, if for the moment we were to stick an ILS down here, right? I mean, we will need to kind of get some power over to it. But. Ah, we got those silos, right, okay. Let's do it. Bum, 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 bum. Right, and then... Yeah, we'll kind of go this way now. A little bit. Okay. I don't know why I've got one random ass piece of level 1 conveyor belt in my pocket. Strangers of Shinsu. Okay. And then sorters. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want the sorters to be kicking up too much too quick there. But then that's going to go there. That's going to go there. Okay, can I just like stick that there? Will that cover them all? Almost covers all of them. Did I have any like standard Tesla towers? No, I don't. Not yet. All right. Now I do. There we go. Right, so this will start kicking rockets on through, and we can start getting more launches done. This will increase the speed that the sphere starts to actually construct at, which obviously is a good thing. Actually, I tell you what we should do. Let's stick those guys there. Right. We're just going to remote demand as much deuterium as we can. This is going to put a very heavy load on power. However, the more deuterium that we have... Yes, we have solar cells launching, so let me just show you. So solar cells are launching... yeah, you see here they are. So we are kind of filling the sphere out with solar sails. So yeah, I mean it's going to be a very big sphere. It's going to be a very big sphere indeed. We're running on a big power deficit now, which is actually really bad. Okay, we need copper. So let's start to there's not all that much there. Yeah, we need to start amping our power generation up quite considerably. So I had a whole bunch of silicon actually, didn't I? Maybe I should copper's actually the problem right now. I mean, to be fair, when it's copper, not the problem. You know, I'm a Subnautica player. I'm used to copper being my absolute nemesis. It's not really that bad, but you know, copper is like in a lot of games the most annoying mineral. Don't know if there's exactly a reason for it either. Right. Yeah, that connects in there. There we go. So we got some more geostations coming up. This looks like a good place to stick them, actually. See, this is why I like geothermal plants. And I know, I said before, I know they're not popular. But they definitely have their uses. You know, they are definitely situational. But when that situation does come up that they're useful, they're actually pretty great. They're actually pretty great. Just because it's a free, you know, instead of paving over the space, you know, you might as well get something useful out of it, right? Alright. There we go. Now, this network is not actually connected to the main one. Not yet. But now it is. And yeah, I mean, the power satisfaction is now really bad. Maybe this many rocket silos was a poor choice. Or maybe it's just the fact that these guys are pulling in 10,000 deuterium from out of system. The other reason I was setting up the titanium alloy is because when we make juicer on fuel rods, alloy, deuterium, mag rings. So what we want to do is set up a bunch of solar panels around. I think dotting solar panels around is kind of a decent move. How many solar panels can I actually make? Right. Okay. Oh god, no. No chance. No. Excuse me. What we'll do is make 4 of them. Do I have enough stuff to make, like, 1 ray receiver? Yeah, I could. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit funky. But I don't see that it won't work. You know, if we get those ray receivers sorted, or just a ray receiver on this planet. I mean, the other thing we could do is make another couple of mini fusion plants. And actually, I mean, that's probably the best thing for us to do there. Right, yeah, so if we say that, and then that's going to kick out, like, there. Okay, we research stress system level 2. And you, my friend, will kick out copper for us. And yes, I know it's not going to kick out copper at a very efficient rate just yet, but if we just like have like general resources feed into here, right, then I think that's a sensible-ish move. Let's read do that bit just a smidge. I need these now. It's going to take a little while for this to all come through, actually, which is not ideal. It is what it is. Once those copper ingots are producing... Yeah, we kind of need those mini fusion plants, don't we? So whilst that's going through... yeah, I mean, it's charging again. It's charging again. What we need, though, is we just need to make sure that we have amped up production. Now, I think the other thing we want to do is start pulling... we actually need to go back to the other planet that we were on before. So the alloy, we need to make sure is... We need to make sure that titanium alloy is going to ship over here. Because it's not got any use other than... I mean, the frame material, yeah, there's that, but... Right, there's balls 1. 2.43 AU? Nah, we'll just warp it. I ain't waiting that long. Okay, oh, we almost landed straight in. Oh, we actually landed at our base as well, which is nice. Okay. Did we have another ILS ready? I don't think we... Did we? We did not. Oh. Or do we? Hold on, I thought I made 2 more. No, I didn't. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, chat. Give me a second. I'm just going to leave this running and just pop off and have a very quick break. I will be back in a couple of minutes, so bear with me. I'll be back very soon. I'm just going to leave it running, though, just so we can let stuff manufacture in the background, alright? Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. And he's back. Hello, chat. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. So, what's finished making? Unfortunately, not all that much. I tell you what, let's can off these. Oh god, look at it. That's not ideal. We need to sort out the processor problem pretty soon. We need to sort out the processor problem, like, really soon. Yeah, it's not ideal at all, is it? No. Okay. Right. Well, it's all good. It's all good. Excuse me there. Something interesting I noticed is that I just went downstairs and there's a certain level of like electric on my meter that I expect to be using at a given time per day. It looks like streaming actually consumes a fair bit more electric than I thought it did, which is kind of weird. It might be completely unrelated. I'll be interested to monitor that over the next couple of days though. Just curiosity more than anything else. Yeah, no particular reason. Oh, copper. Yeah, give me that. Yeah. Give me that. Okay. Yeah, see, we need to get these set up so that we can get these set up. So these we need processors. Processors we'll do on the lava planet. What we'll do is we'll get massive processor farm on the lava planet. Ship those over here. Yeah, I mean, when the solar panels are on, we get quite good uptime on this world. When they're not on, well, kind of less so, I guess. There's only a couple of biscuits, by the way. Okay. Whilst we wait. Something else I'm going to do. Wait, no. Not there. Not there. Actually, excuse me. We'll need to kind of do that over this way instead. Because we're going to need to have that ILS set so that... where did they go just then? There. So basically what we'll need to do is have these kind of like this. No, that doesn't quite work, does it? Maybe we should have these over here instead. Like, more like that, actually. Yeah, that works a bit better. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to say 2 pathways down the middle. So like there. Right. Then on these sides, we say antimatter goes there. Something else I just realised is that I don't know if my ILS back home that is supposed to be dealing with the antimatter actually has the facility to deal with the antimatter just yet. In fact, let's delete these, and what we'll do is we'll just copy them once we've got the doof set. Let's also make some more of these. There we go. Okay. Actually, no, we don't want that to be like that. What we want, actually, we want some of these. Yes, like a bunch of these, just normal ones. The outputs can be level 3. The inputs should not be. Nande. Oh, do I need to pull that back a bit? Okay. Yeah, that works better. God, it looks so ugly. But it will work. Right, the ILS is almost done, which is good. There we go. Yeah, and then that. What we'll do is we'll. If we say that the outside ones. Outside input is hydrogen. Inside output is antimatter. And then hydrogen. This is going to kill the power production on this planet. It's going to absolutely tank. Okay. And that goes like so. And like so. Okay, conveyor Mark II. Alrighty. Okay, this then needs to make antimatter, please. And this, I want to firstly accept that. Secondly, take antimatter. Right. And then if we say this comes up over here, loops into there. That loops into there. Yes, that works. Actually, let's do Saucer Mark III for these. Yeah. Okay. So then this needs to... We need to find a way to get the critical photons across. Do I have enough stuff to make some drones? Yes. And yeah, it's another... Oh my god. Right, let's make let's just do them individually. It'll be much quicker this way. Still a long queue, but... Right, we're now running out of power. So I think something else to do is we're going to have to make another bunch of solar panels. And once again, we're kind of reduced to waiting around for a bit. Not ideal. Not ideal. It's probably because these are now in the grid, actually. How's my power output looking? Oh god, yeah, the power load is awful right now. Oh, wow. I tell you what, we are gonna have to request some doots. There's no doots. We're out of doots. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, once this is finished charging up, it shouldn't be too bad. Right. Let's send these into there, though, to start with. This can start kicking these out now. Yeah, it's not quite so bad now. Not quite so bad. I mean, the receivers do have that continuous uptime at least, which is nice. Okay, local demand, please, for these. Where are my drones at? There you go. So they'll pull the photons across for us. Actually, no, that should be enough of those. Let's just get these solar panels made. Oh, do we need iron? Alright, hold on. We've got everything else we need to make those. I'm not hand making that shit. Yeah, make 30 of them. The other solar panels were like... Right, we've got antimatter. Beautiful. Where were the other solar panels at? Over there somewhere? We have now made antimatter. Excellent. So we are on our way. We can make a white science now. Six. Make one more there. Okay, I think it might be the other planet I stoked. Oh wow, our power satisfaction is awful right now. In fact, no, I shouldn't be putting these here. Because they're right in the way of these guys, which are... I mean, how much stuff is actually demanding on the Dyson Sphere right now? Okay. So... there's a few solutions I've got here. One of them is that actually getting the Dyson Swarm to beef up a bit would be a real good idea. Now, I'm also just thinking... Alwazan is the... oh my god, look at that. Yeah, number 4 is 12.4 AU across the system from us. We'll try and get to Alwazan. Right, we should be able to make that jump. We should be able to make that jump. I think if we get some stuff to assist us with this, then maybe we'll have a bit of an easier time with it. I don't know. Well, the laptop chance suffering today. We hate to see it. Okay. We should make this. No, we're not going to make it. I no longer believe. Just slightly off course. Alright, we might be alright. It's going to be close. But if we've got some spare processors here... No, it's very close, but we're still quite a long way away from that. We got to let the mecha recharge a bit. Okay. Okay. While that's going, what's going on Discord? Getting queried about, what are you doing streaming at this time of day, mate? Ah, well, you see. It's a whole last week off. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Right. Which planet was it we wanted to go to here? That one. While we're here, we'll go to the Oceanic Jungle planet as well. That's where we want to get to. ETA 30 minutes if we go at this speed. Yeah, I thought that. We're going. Like I said before, not a great smart use of warpers, but especially not when I've not got all that many in my tum-tum. But alright, there we are. Okay, yes. Alright, let's head over here. Let's see if we can grab some circuits. If not, then maybe we just amp up the production here. But yeah, I mean, we need to stack up on the processors. Like, we desperately need them. The need is great. The need is beyond great at this point. I mean, really, the main thing we need to... The thing I think I need to try and focus... There's a lot of tasks which are kind of distracting me at the minute. The main thing I need is to stock up on stuff so that I can easily make buildings back out there. And once I can do that, once I can easily make those buildings, then we can start focusing on actually setting up that infrastructure. Alright, here we are. Oh my god, this is still running Mark 1 minus. That's sad. Right, what's going on here? Right, those are mine. Give me. Yeah, I mean, this is still... It's going pretty quick. You know, it's going pretty quick. So what else was it we needed? Super mags, which we don't have here. Not yet. Alright. Well, we've grabbed processors. Grab a few more. Yeah, grab those as well. Alright. And then we'll head over to one. Which was over there. Because what we should be able to do is get some stuff to make like some more... Maybe some more ray receivers? Hold on, what's the... Oh, no, don't go warp. Don't go warp, you shitting tit. Right, hold on, it's F. Not caps lock, it was F. Alright. It was... these, wasn't it? Yeah. And the vertical launching sign is quantum chips as well, but... Really, it's the quantum chemical plants that are the main kind of thing there. So what we can do is we can sort of like start getting fire ice harvest and get absolute graphene done. Okay. Yeah, the draw on the electric set has been much higher than anticipated. I will be very interested to see where it sits when I finish this stream. I am starting to feel like maybe calling it an endurance stream was a mistake. So I think what we're going to try and aim to do is produce at least one white science. And that will probably be it for tonight. Today. Just because I'm starting to... My voice is starting to give out a bit. Oh, God. No. Icarus. Come on, Iki-chan. What are you doing? Iki-chan. Alright, there we go. Okay. So... we want to get some pain filters, if we can. Better yet, some quantum chips. Will they be over this way? This planet looks so silly. I mean, all my planets look kind of silly, to be fair. Wait, I've definitely gone the wrong way here. Let's try up over here. I think I know where I am. It's been that long since I've been on this planet. No Kazis. No pain filters. That's not good. Okay. Oh my god. The mother load. The absolute mother load. Look at this. Give me that shit. Yummy. I'm going to take these as well, actually. You know, I'm just going to take all of them. Okay. Oh, wait, no, that's what I wanted plane filters for. It was these. Yeah, that's right, I remember. Just kill the pain filters, right? Just so I can take them. They belong to me now. And there's 134 of these apparently coming over. I'm going to take every single one of them. All of them belong to me now. And where's the rest? Alright, that's fine. I think we've got enough there. We've got enough to make some more of them. Let's fuel up. We'll head back to the home world. We'll set it so that it can receive... Excuse me. We'll set the home world to receive the white science. The antimatter, so we can make white science. We're going to need to get warpers there, but that should be no problem at all. You know, we should be able to get that going pretty easily, I think. Okay. The only problem is I don't know if we've got quite enough petrol in the tank to get home just yet, so we might have to just kind of sit around for a minute and just wait. Thrilling gameplay. Thrilling gameplay. When you don't automate properly, this is what you wind up with. This is what you wind up with. Nah, it's all good, really. It's all good. Okay. So. Let's... I think we've got enough now. I mean, how far away is the home world? It's like 5 light years from here. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. Alpha Normai? Alpha Normai Doko? Alpha Normai? There. Can't do it just yet. So to activate the warp engine, you actually have to be outside of the gravitational pull of an object. I should know that by now. I've been playing this game for long enough. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think actually what I might do is I might, like, if I was to get to a point where I can, like, say, here is the end point for today's stream, I could probably actually have a nice evening with my wife. That'd be nice. Maybe catch a film or something. It's always important to make sure that you catch up on time with your loved ones. You know, make sure that you do that. By the way, it's very important to do that. Excuse me. All right. Oh yeah, my throat's starting to go a bit. That's not good. Oh, we're almost at the science tower as well. That's surprisingly useful, actually, in terms of positioning. Right, okay, you need to request some warpers. Not many, but some. Get me some warpers, please. Put these other vessels down there. Okay. So, you then are going to output antimatter there. So we are making antimatter, at least, and it should produce pretty quickly. Something I've just remembered as well. I don't remember if white science has to be exported, or if it just kind of stockpiles somewhere. Because if it has to be exported, I might be in a spot of bother. Unless I can, like, actually, no, I could probably daisy chain the export of it, right? Should I do that? Set filter, white science. Yeah, so the white science we're going to just kind of daisy chain through. We're going to daisy chain the white science out of the facility like this. And then what we can do, and this is going to be a bit funky, but what we should then be able to do is set up a specific white science tower. Why am I making it that way? Hold on, I've got glass there. I've got these boys over there. Right. Just like grab some glass, and then what we'll do is we will build white science tower. Yeah, we'll do like a couple of white science towers next to each other, right? Yeah, in fact, let's make like 2 10 towers. Connect them with a daisy chain sorter again. We'll stick them like here, I think. I think these in a row to deal with the it's coming, the warpers do be coming. Warpers are a-coming, warpers are a-coming. I just realised I keep on pressing R. I'm like, where's my inventory menu? I'm not pressing the right button. Hold on. Right, yeah, let's can that. 9, 10. Okay. But I need to make sure that this sorter is only going to kick out white science. I don't want it exporting anything else. And then that's going to be in research mode. Actually, if we set that to produce white science. Produce white science? Produce white science? Yeah, and this will say research. Yeah, and this will now start to fill these up in readiness for the antimatter coming through, right? And we should find, if I hit that, Nande. What's happened there? Why is it not demanding yet? Have we just not got enough antimatter for it to be on demand? Curious. All right, let's fuel up and we'll head back to the antimatter place. We've got like enough general stuff right now, I would say. I mean, I sure hope we do. It would be nice if I could see that's just on its way, to be fair. Oh, hang on. That's why. Yeah, that's why, because I had the transport range of vessels not set to, like, allow them to do it. So these guys are actually going to go and get me some antimatter, and once we've produced the white science, I think I'm going to call it there, to be honest. You can probably hear my voice is really starting to strain. Which means I'll have to rest up for, like, before tomorrow's Subnautica stream, I think. Yeah, we'll see how we go with that. I think today was a bit ambitious on my part, so, you know, it is what it is. I say, oh, it'll be an endurance stream, and it was not an endurance stream. It's been good, though. It's been interesting to stream at a different time of the day. Most definitely. Useful insight is what I would say. A very useful insight. And let's also go and have a quick look at this system again. Just have a look at the Dyson Sphere, see how it's going. Yeah, look at that. It's going to take ages to construct it, but it is constructing it. Piece by piece. Brick by brick. Stone by stone. Love to see it. Okay. So we're going to just kind of bez here for a minute. We're just going to kind of bing chill here just for a couple of minutes. Our purple science, however, is choked to hell right now. And it is, unfortunately, a lack of processors that's done us there. So I kind of feel like at some point we need to set up a much larger processor distribution. So you can actually have all of these, because we just kind of need these at this point to make some more science. That's fine. We don't have enough purple science right now. Just flatly do not have enough of it. So we will source it. Yeah, that's better. But eventually what we want to do is we want to have we want to have probably a couple of systems just dedicated to making processors, really. Okay. I mean, there's no point doing it on this homeworld now. The homeworld is kind of like, it's had its day. You know, it's had its day. Hold on just a minute, Joe. Curious. Okay. Ooh, ow. Ow. Okay. So let's eagerly await that guy getting back. Where is he? He's not that lad. He has to go all the way there. See, he's just there now. He's only just starting to get there. While we wait, is there any way for us to resolve the chip problem? Is there any feasible way for us to do that whilst we are here? I don't think there is. Not really. Look, there's literally Mark 1 belts here. That's depressing. That's super depressing. Well, no worries. I didn't mean to do that. Whoop. Anything over here that needs doing? Not really. This is just making the broadband, isn't it? Yes, the broadband factory. Alright. Yeah, I mean the problem is I need to set up a planet which just kicks out processors, a shitload of them. But I think the sensible thing for us to do before that is... Oh, these are a lot of fuel. Great. The sensible thing for us to do before that is set up... set up the other stuff so we've got juicer on fuel rods, because if we're running most of our infrastructure off of dupe rods, then really we need to make sure that we have an ample supply, an absolutely ample supply. You know, we don't really want to be fanning around with like half stacks of the stuff. Ow, I'm just chatting bollocks at this point. I think my mind is starting to go. My mind is actually starting to fade away, which is not great, but what can you do? Where's that guy? Is he almost home? He's there. He's the antimatter guy. He's on his way. Once we have some antimatter, we will start to be able to make light science. And then, yeah, 684 antimatter coming through. So we need more production of antimatter. The more, as we go through the planet which is dealing with the Dyson Sphere, and actually that grows, we will find it starts to get substantially easier in that respect. Right. So, you know, it's hopefully not going to be too Herculean of a task to actually research that last thing to end the game with. We're probably not very far away from done with this one now, which I'm kind of sad about, because, you know, I like this game. I mean, do I want to play it as a stream game without an objective? I don't know. The thing with this run was I want to stream a run where we finish the game, but I don't know if I'd want to stream the game after completing it. You know, I'd rather just off stream that, like as a leisure thing, you know, something I do in my free time. Oh, he's almost here, I think. Is he almost here? I think he's almost here. It's hard to say. I feel like he's like he should be almost here. Hold on, I'm trying to work out where that boy is. That's not him, is it? No. Oh, I think that's him there. Yeah, that's him there. He's almost with us. He's almost home. We're just watching him come into land at this point now. Oh, goodness. Just sat around just like waiting for him to come home. I was like, Mum, when's Dad home? Is he back from the shop yet? Oh, dear. Okay. Now, he'll be home any second. He'll be home any second now. Come now. Come on. He's almost there. I know he is. Here he comes. It's Antimatter Boy. Here it is. The moment's upon us, chat. The moment is upon us. We're making white science. Yes. Excellent. Look at that. Beautiful. We made a universe matrix. We made a universe matrix. Excellent. Oh! I've never seen this before. Curious. Curious. What milestones haven't I done? Kimberlite ore, fractal silicon, and then artificial star. Right. Okay, no worries. Right, well, like I said, we've made white science. What should now happen... Yeah, it is actually exporting into these now, which is good. Excellent, we love to see it. Right, let's pull over here. Like I said, my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to leave things there for today. I'm sorry it's not been the endurance stream, I promise, but I have to look after my health first and foremost, so I hope you don't mind. I've been going on for almost 4 hours, so that's been a pretty good going. You know, it's been a bit of a up and down stream for me, but you know, we've succeeded in the objective. That's cool. So my next stream is supposed to be Subnautica Hardcore tomorrow at 6 p.m. Hopefully I'll see you there for that. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. Whatever time it is, I hope your day is nice and stuff. My brain is just completely non-functional at this point, so let's just wrap up by saying enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I will see you soon. Take care. See you next time.